fellow travelers!
Hello.
It's Neil here.
And I'm Kimberly.
And this is To Travel and Tour TV. Before we continue, I want your attention for something because technically it is still September 11th. It is still 9/11. And for that reason, we are going to start this live stream with 1 minute of silence to honor and remember those who fell during that horrible day. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So welcome in everyone. Let's see, who do we have in the house here today? Anthony Simone was first in the house.
Hi,
Welcome,
Anthony.
welcome Anthony on this wonderful Friday night. Lifetime Travelmates. Hey guys, popping in. Thank you so much for stopping by. Unfortunately, they won't be able to stay long, but of course we understand that it is the night owl edition after all. So people are going to be sleeping a lot of the time when we come on. Yeah. Well, yeah, in your case, you're going to work, but a lot of other people go to sleep. So work, sleep, one of the two. I see Doug and Nikki are in the house. Hey, guys, welcome in. Doug and Nikki, regulars here in the International Travelers Hangout. Hi, stranger.
I think I know this person.
Yeah, I think I know too. The biggest troublemaker of the live stream.
I met her in Mexico.
Did you? Wow, you looked in the mirror in Mexico. That's fantastic. And you have your mint tea. That's good to know too. So I see Rafael from Visos Travel is in the house. Welcome in, you crazy Spaniard. Awesome to have you in here. That was a fantastic video you made,
really
by the way,
liked it.
Of the grounds. Hysterical beginning. Absolutely, just hilarious. And you really did a great job filming that and putting a fantastic video together. So congratulations on a job very, very well done, my friend. So let's pull him up here while we are talking about Rafael. He is, after all, one of our moderators. As a matter of fact, he was the first fellow traveler ever to both make a donation and to purchase in our web shop. Rafael also does 2 live streams every week, one of which is a trivia edition. And he makes, as you could have seen in his premiere previously, he makes awesome travel videos and he has a great sense of humor, which shows in those videos. All right, what else? I see, what else do I see? See, Megan Morris in the house. Hey, Megan, welcome in. Awesome to have you in here once again. Spiker's Crazy Adventures. Doug and Cindy are also in the house. Welcome in, guys. Spiker's Crazy Adventures. Let's pull them up. Let's see where they are. Right there. Also a moderator in our live stream. As a matter of fact, they were the very first moderator ever. They go so far back, they even helped us run tests for our first live stream. That we did almost half a year ago now.
Oh my gosh.
Can you believe that?
That's been a long time.
It's almost half a year ago now. That's incredible. The Spikers are also avid cruisers. However, there is not so much cruising going on right now. So they have been, as they should, looking at trips they can do. So welcome in, Doug and Cindy.
You know who I think is here?
Who do you think is here? I think Deb Wright is here.
I think so too.
Hello, Deb. How are you? All the way from Canada. Well, all the way. It's not that far away from me. It's like 4.5 hours drive.
Yeah.
And you can be in one of the southern parts of Canada. So welcome in, Deb. Who else do you see? I see Malcolm. There we go. Malcolm, welcome in, my friend. Nice touch, he says. Thank you so much. Malcolm Hogan, also a moderator in our International Travelers Hangout, all the way from New Zealand.
And he's a grandpa.
That's right. Malcolm became a grandfather not awfully long ago. Needless to say, the man has overcome with joy.
Yes.
And we share in this joy with him. So Malcolm is our very own Minister of Demographics. Why does he have that title, you may wonder? Well, he keeps very narrow track of what countries at one point or another have been represented in our live stream. Malcolm is also very knowledgeable. He's pretty much a walking encyclopedia. You will more than likely find him at some point tonight throwing in some fun facts.
Of course.
And a lot of the times those lead to some very interesting conversations.
Oh, yeah.
So keep an eye out on those fun facts that Malcolm no doubt will spread throughout the evening. And when he travels long distance, it is not without doing so in business class. So welcome in, Malcolm, all the way from New Zealand. I see Zach Worm is in the house.
Hi.
Hey, Zach, how are you, my friend? Great to have you in here once again in our International Travelers Hangout. You are no stranger to our live stream. And let us know how you've been. Let's see here. Eric B is in the house as well. Hey, yeah. That's great. Hey there, Night Owls. That's right, Eric. Here we go again. It is Friday night, so Night Owls we are. And great seeing you as always. Rafael then complimenting us on the 9/11 touch that we gave our live stream. Absolutely, we will never forget.
Yeah.
Let's see. Megan welcoming Zach in here. That is awesome. I see Emily is in the house. Good evening,
Emily.
everybody. Hey, how are you, Emily? Good to have you in here.
Jay's here from Mexico.
Jay is in the house. That's right. He is. Jay and Michelle, welcome in.
Mexico.
And yeah, to our knowledge, they are at this time in Mexico, making the land of tacos, sunshine, and fun very unsafe. I remember a post coming by on the Facebook. Mexico, are you ready for the Bowens? Nothing good can come of that with an announcement like that. So while he is here, let's pull him up. Jay, where is he? I always have. There he is. Jay, aka the Ranch Bowen, just like his wife Michelle, a fellow traveler from the beginning. They love cruising and they love warm climates. So little surprise, they are in Mexico right now. So welcome in, Jay and Michelle. Malcolm, by the way, I do believe that means that we get to enter Mexico to the list of countries that have been represented.
Yes, they said Mexico.
Yes, yes, yes. Let's see. Spikers, the memories. We love you guys. We love you too, Dickinson. Do you know that? You guys are awesome. And we think it's absolutely fantastic that you have been sticking around with us throughout the whole time, basically. But yeah, you've no idea how much. Thank you. Anthony Simone then, where is Kim and Brad and Michelle? Asking Jay. I'm sure Jay's answer will follow shortly. See the world with Chris is in the house. Hey Chris, welcome in, my friend. Awesome to have you with us on this lovely Friday evening. What else do I see? Malcolm with the first fun fact today is Latvia population just under 2 million. Okay, so Latvia, let me see. What do we know about Latvia today?
No.
Latvia is one of the Baltic states. I know
it's someplace I haven't been.
Estonia and I believe Lithuania for its neighbors. Maybe even Russia I'm fairly certain Russia too. And I know its capital is Riga. And I know its flag is kind of like an interesting color. Like it has like a pink red on both bars, like on the upper bar and the lower bar, like something white in the beginning. Oh, I think it's interesting for sure. So Mexico, how was it? As Chris asking. Well, Kimberly.
Oh my God, it was so good that we're going back.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun.
It was amazing, and it was
first and foremost the company, guys. I mean, we traveled with Amanda, Rafael, Megan, and Nick, and we had a blast. It was
oh my God,
the first group trip for both the Visos and for us that we ever did. And without exaggerating, that was a huge success.
And it was a last minute kind of thing. I mean, we didn't plan it real far in advance. It was kind of like it was kind of like, oh, Mexico, yeah, that's a good idea. Let's all go. Yeah. And we all went.
Yeah,
and it was a great idea.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, You could see if you watched Raphael's premiere or you watched ours with the resort, how clean it is.
Oh, it's spotless. Guys, it's absolutely spotless.
It is absolutely clean.
You can wipe your finger over the floor and there's no dust on it. I'm telling you, it's clean. You could pretty much eat from the floor.
That's all they do is keep it clean and keep it sanitized. And there were rules in place. And here's the thing too. They managed to keep the rules in place and keep everything under control without it feeling weird.
Right. Yeah.
I think that's what it was because
and that made a difference for the experience.
I was so comfortable and I was so relaxed.
Yeah.
I was more relaxed in Mexico than I have been in a year.
Yeah.
I mean, it was amazing.
For sure. So, oh my, look at this. We have been just over 10 minutes in the live stream. Already 22 people in here. Oh, we're going to have some fun tonight.
Hello, fellow travelers.
Yeah, I know, right? Zach is responding here, doing great, just doing a bit of midnight writing and enjoying your live stream.
Well, we're
awesome.
glad to have you.
Absolutely. So how's the writing been going, Zach? Let's see. Jay, in response to the question we asked him, still in Mexico indeed until Wednesday. Mexico's hot. Oh, yes, we could have told you that. Yeah, it's.
Oh my goodness.
I bet you're like in the pool or in the water or somehow all the time.
We were.
Zach is also planning a trip to Ireland next year for my mother's birthday. Any tips?
Oh my gosh, that'll be a wonderful trip.
Yeah, for sure.
If you need any help planning anything, let me know.
Yeah. Do we have any tips for traveling there, Ireland? So we're looking at, I think, a 5-6 hour flight, something like that.
Yeah.
Depending from where you fly. Yeah. Dublin is an easy airport to go through. It's a very decent airport to go through, so you shouldn't have any issues out there. As for your experience in Ireland itself, we can't say a whole lot about that, to be completely honest with you, because we have not really explored Ireland. We have only changed planes there.
But I can say this, if you're traveling abroad, please do make sure that your passport is good for at least 6 months after your scheduled return.
Exactly.
Because sometimes countries can be funny about that if you are running close on a passport.
Yes.
So they do want at least 6 months. You check for Ireland, but I think most places are at least 6 months.
Right. But Zach, let's pass this question back into the chat here, because we are with like 20-some people in here. So no doubt there are some fellow travelers in here that can give you any tips. So does anyone in there have any tips for Zach when traveling to Ireland? Please do let them know. Malcolm then giving us an update on the countries that have already been represented. New Zealand, Mexico, Canada, and one other, USA. That's right. Awesome, awesome. The Spikers here reminding everyone to hit the thumbs up for us. Thank you very much, guys. We really appreciate that. And that's right. Please do so. We would very much appreciate that. Also, if you're not yet connected with us, we would also appreciate if you hit that red button, turn it nice and gray. Don't forget the notification bell. We have a lot of content coming out in the weeks to come.
Yes, definitely.
So, yeah, make sure you take care of that, please. Chris is saying, John Held loves dancers from Latvia. Oh, there you go.
That's good information.
Nice. Jay then, yes, guys, don't forget the thumbs up. And don't forget to cook the Mexican raccoon. There's a way to put it, Jay. I love that. That is great. Awesome, awesome. So, Jay and Michelle, what have you guys been drinking over there? I'm sure you have found some Mexican delicacies at this point. Megan then, Riga, Latvia is very popular for stag and hen parties, mostly from the UK and Germany.
That's interesting.
I have heard that, Riga is a bit of a party place. I've heard that, yeah. Lifetime Travelmates still hanging in there. Hey guys, hey, welcome in, welcome in. I'm glad you guys are still hanging in there. Got some time to pop in again. How are you doing? We're doing great. We're off to a great start here in our live stream in the Night Owl edition already. Like I said earlier, 20 people in here. So we're in for a fun night. Malcolm then, fun fact, additionally it borders Belarus as well as Estonia, Lithuania, Russia. Okay, so those three are correct. Just Belarus had to be added to that. Ermi Eichner is in the house. Welcome in, Ermi. Glad to have you in here once again. Ermi Eichner, meanwhile, has become a regular in our live stream.
Yes.
Which is fantastic. So awesome to have you with us once again. Let's see. Travel Kiwi is in the house all the way from New Zealand.
Hello
hey,
there.
Megan, welcome in. Fantastic to have you on board on this wonderful Friday night. So let us know, how have you been and what are your plans for this weekend? And if anyone else has plans for the weekend, do share them with us. We'd love to know. Raphael, then they even wiped my ceiling. Yeah, but there was some good reason for that, Raphael. I mean, your ceiling wasn't exactly, well, let's just say whole. I mean, there might have been some pieces falling off and
some issues.
Yeah, but we're delighted that they at least took care of that. They cleaned it. That's great. Let's see. See some more comments here. Lifetime Travelmates, Ireland tips, we're ready for rain. Yes. Yes, that is, I mean, yeah, now that you mention it, Ireland is notorious for its rain that it gets, and it gets a lot of that. So yes, Zach, what Lifetime Travelmates is saying here is absolutely correct. Be sure to dress appropriately for this weather. You can ask us about Ireland to know a bit. Awesome. Well, there you go. So Zach, Lifetime Travelmates here. If you're not yet connected with them, you probably would do well connecting with them, and they can tell you all about going to Ireland. Anthony Simone asking, have you flown on British Airways and how was it? Anthony, I think a very long time ago.
A very long time ago.
Yeah.
I can't say anything good or bad.
No, neither
so
can
I would say it was okay. Because if it was really bad, it would stick out.
Yeah, and if it was really good, it would stick out. So yeah, that would make sense.
So I think it was okay.
Yeah. Raphael, then as long as I can set camp at the Guinness factory, that's all I care about.
I know, that sounds pretty good.
That's right. Guinness is Raphael's favorite beer. So I'm not really surprised about those words he's putting in the chat now. Another suggestion here from Lifetime Travelmates when visiting Ireland. Make sure you visit Galway and surroundings. It's amazing. All right, now that you mentioned Galway.
Galway always looks great.
There was a period of time, and this was before me and Kimberly ended up living in the United States, and even before we ended up living in Germany. Yes. We were doing what we refer to as spinning the wheel of countries.
Yes.
Because we were trying to figure out what would be a good country for us to live in.
So he was looking for jobs in Ireland.
Yeah, I was looking for jobs in Ireland. I was looking for jobs in Germany.
And a couple other countries.
And so we also looked into what it would be like to live in those countries. So what would the rent be? What would be the kind of houses? All that kind of thing. And there was this one absolutely beautiful home for rent in Galway.
In Galway.
And I remember it was a gorgeous home. And had we moved to Ireland, we would have seriously considered going there.
It would have been that house.
Yeah, more than likely. Let's see. Nick D is ferociously defending the Coaties. Jay, don't you dare hurt a Coatie. That's right. Don't touch the Coaties when Nick is around, because he will come after you. He is big friends with the Coaties. Nice. Chris is saying that they're drinking submarinos. Whoa, what are submarinos? What does that consist of? I'm curious. Raphael, then, thank you for the nice comments about the video, because I felt like I was running like a chicken with its head cut off. Well,
you couldn't tell. I mean, it looks great.
Yeah, you really did a great job of putting that video together, Raphael. And I will say this: if this video of yours is not going to take off, it certainly isn't because of the quality.
Because it's excellent.
Absolutely. Let's see. Malcolm also advising Zach here from Galway. Make sure you get to Westport in Mayo and the Cliffs of Moher in Clare. Both are easy to get to from Galway. There you go. Zach going to put those locations on us. Let's see. That is exactly what I'm talking about, guys.
That's why this is a good place.
Just because we have not been somewhere doesn't mean that all the people in there, all our fellow travelers in here have. This is what we're talking about. Travel Kiwi, Megan is saying, no, the farmers market at Rickerton House. The conversation with Malcolm, all right. Ilana has flown British Airways, and it was okay, nothing special.
See, that's what I said. It must have been okay.
I suppose Kimberly was spot on then, Ilana.
You know what I mean? If it's really bad or really good, you don't forget.
Right. Malcolm pointing out to Zach that the west and north coasts of Ireland are fantastic. Anthony Simone, just like Raphael, is a big fan of Guinness.
There you go.
Megan Morris then, not a fan of British. I like KLM. Yes, Megan. Yes, KLM. That's the way to go.
I love Lufthansa.
Swiss and Lufthansa for European airlines. I've not flown with Swiss, but Lufthansa and KLM, we have done both.
KLM, I will be honest, on our flights going to and from Europe, KLM's my favorite.
Yeah, it's appropriate amount of leg room.
Yes.
Even the silverware is actually
it
a notch.
It feels nice.
Yeah, a notch above the quality of silverware served to you with your meal in other conventional larger airlines. So yeah, I'm very pleased with KLM. Zach is saying, I actually have distant family that live in Galway. Sounds like this is meant to be. And yes, the Guinness factory is priority number 1.
Sounds great.
That is awesome. Nice. So Zach, I'm with you on that, man. Since if you have family that lives out that way anyways, yeah, the puzzle pieces seem to be falling in place for you right now. Malcolm with another fun fact about Latvia. It has been run by Sweden, Poland, and Russia at different times. Wow, that's fascinating. And those are some 3 really distinct countries.
Yeah.
So that's remarkable. All right, let's see. I see that we have...
we're caught up?
We're actually caught up on the comments.
Oh my gosh.
We did that pretty fast. I think I'm getting a little better at this. I mean, after half a year, I certainly hope so. But
I hope.
Yeah, that's great. So let me give you the program for tonight. Let me get the program.
We have a plan.
Yeah, we do have a plan. I don't usually spend a whole lot of time planning things out, but there's some things, that
right.
I don't forget any. What?
Nothing.
All right. Anyway, so let me see here. Yeah, I might as well go over this real quick. We have already announced the next fellow traveler of the week, and we did so on Wednesday. As you may know, we alternate those days between Wednesday and Friday. So if 1 week we announce the next fellow traveler of the week on Wednesday, then the week following we announce it that Friday. Simply because different parts of our fellow travelers show up on different days. So for this week, last Wednesday, we announced Anthony Simone to be the next fellow traveler of the week. So once again, congratulations, Anthony. As promised, you will be featuring on our front page of our channel starting after our live stream tonight. And you're going to be up there for a full week, my friend.
Full week?
So there you go. Of course, there's going to be guess the background, as always, as is tradition in our live stream. There will be that. We're going to give you an update on our watch hours. Yes, we are getting ever closer to that magical 4,000 watch hours. Okay, you're throwing me off again. I'm right in the middle of something.
But it's Margaret.
We will go over everything,
Margaret,
Kimberly.
hello, Margaret.
Here we go again. All right, go ahead. Read the comments and read the program.
Oh, I can't.
Oh, okay.
I just want to say hello to Margaret.
All right, we will say hi to Margaret. Fair enough. Let's pull her up here. Where is her comment?
Right there.
Right there. Happy Friday. Major shopping trip to IKEA tomorrow. Building myself new desk and 2 new desks for my 8-year-olds. One so she can work with me in my office and one for her bedroom. That is awesome. So first of all, welcome in, Margaret. Fantastic to have you with us on this great Friday night. And seems like you got some plans for the weekend indeed. So that's wonderful. Nice. All right, so where was I with the program? Let's see. Okay, yeah. Also, we have several videos already published that we have put together, our channel and Rafael's channel, so that will be Visos Travel. We have a joint playlist with videos of the trip to Mexico that we have done. So be sure to check that out. Several videos in there have already been posted. And then, of course, we have also prepared a whole bunch of questions that are all travel related and that we would love to discuss with you guys. So a full program on this nice Friday night indeed. And we hope you guys will stick with us for this program. All right, going back to the comments here. Let's see. I see congratulations to Anthony from Doug and Nikki. Anthony Simone, thank you so much again. Hey, my friend, you are most welcome, and this is nothing but very well deserved. Yeah. You are a key player in keeping our To Travel and Tour community on the Facebook very much alive.
Very active.
You're always here with our live streams if you can help it.
And we appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely. And you take fantastic pictures. You really do.
Oh, that lobster you did. Oh.
Yeah, the lobster and the flower, remember?
Oh, the flower was gorgeous.
That was fantastic. Then, we want to go to Ireland possibly next year for our 30th wedding anniversary. My husband really wants to go. That would be awesome. Yeah, I think for an anniversary like that, that is definitely a fitting present for both of you. Absolutely. Congratulations also from Lifetime Travelmates for Anthony. Let's see. Oh, did I all the way scroll down there? Yeah, there we go. Nick D saying, if the title has to be stripped for me and Megan, it couldn't have gone to anyone better than Anthony. Yeah. There you go, Anthony. See, we're not the only ones that feel that you very much deserve this. Eric B, welcome in, my friend. Welcome in. I'm surprised you haven't made 4K hours yet. Eric, I know, right?
Oh, me too, Eric.
It seems like those last few hundred have been dragging like crazy. It isn't that we're not getting closer. We really are, and you will see that here shortly. But yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's just really dragging. Let's see. Jay saying, sorry, jumped in the shower. Not sure if you asked what I was drinking. Just Modelo's right now. You made the right choice.
That's a good choice.
That is an excellent choice indeed, Jay. That is was one of my go-to drinks when I was in Mexico, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we liked it.
I may have had a Modelo or two. Our Minister of Drinks, Megan, can certainly attest to that, because she always made sure I stayed hydrated.
You know what? I had a chocolate martini, and I usually don't like anything martini, and it was pretty good.
Yeah, was it? Huh. Mm-hmm. Lifetime Travelmates also making a comment here. Ermi, if you are a Game of Thrones fan, check Northern Ireland. Plenty of filming locations and cool spots and things to do related to Game of Thrones.
I love Game of Thrones.
We have both watched all the episodes of Game of Thrones. And
even that horrible last season.
Even a terrible last season.
I've heard they're going to remake the last season.
I can't say anything bad about the cinematography and the special effects and everything.
Except for the last season.
Yeah, the last season was a bummer. I have no other words to put it. Let's see here. I see Megan here also. Congratulating Anthony. Yeah. He's a fabulous supporter of this channel. Well deserved. Absolutely. Malcolm with another fun fact about Latvia. Latvia, before the euro, they used the Lat currency. I vaguely remember that, Malcolm. Yeah, Latvia is indeed one of the countries in Europe that has been using the euro now for some time. But yeah, before that, there was all kinds of different currencies. So for those of you who are not too familiar with the euro currency, I don't think it's a whole lot of you, but just want to point this out. Even though the euro as a currency is used in many countries, so many countries have the same currency right now, there is still a difference between euros from, say, Germany and euros from Spain or Italy or Portugal or anywhere.
They just look different, but they work the same.
The front is the same, but the back of the coins are different.
Kind of like state quarters.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, not unlike state quarters. Doc is saying here, I make the best lemon drop martini. You can't not like it. Yummy on a hot day. Hey, I'd love to try that out sometime. Would you try that?
I will always try.
I mean, lemon drop martini sounds like a very refreshing
Sounds like something you would like.
Yeah.
Like I said, for me, I never like anything martini. I've tried all different kinds, the apple teenies and this kind of teeny and that kind of teeny.
Right.
And I ended up with a chocolate martini in front of me while we were on vacation, and I drank it, and I'm like, this was pretty good.
Yeah. Spikers are saying, don't forget the thumbs up, everyone. Thank you so much for that reminder, Doug and Cindy. We appreciate that. Nick D, the last season, more like Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Yeah, hands down, Nick. Very well put. Very well put. Yeah.
I was so upset.
Malcolm here, the Giant's Causeway is well worth a visit if you are in the north of Ireland. Okay, the Giant's Causeway. Tell me a little more about that, Malcolm. I've never heard of that. What's the Giant's Causeway? Have I?
Yes. It's like these stones, and it looks like a giant's path that the giants were coming from Ireland to attack England.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it was to England. I don't know. But yeah, it's like a path, looks like a pathway, like stones would have been set for giants to walk on.
Huh.
At least I think that's what it is. I think that's what I heard.
I love learning in our own live stream. That's great. Raphael, just got to say to Travel on Tour, thanks so much for the help on this last video. Thumbnail, I can't believe already has 40 views. Thank you, thank you. Hey, that is fantastic.
Great!
Because that means in like half an hour time, you already have 40 views. That is promising, my friend. That's very, very promising. And I'm very happy to hear that. That's awesome. All right, I see some conversation going on among our fellow travelers here. Megan with a question for everyone. So what did everyone have for dinner? Okay, you start, because you had something different than I did.
I had pizza.
You had pizza?
Yes.
Did you have a dessert?
No.
You didn't have a dessert?
No.
Okay. So I had a delicious portion, well, 2 portions of chicken marsala. No, it was 2.
There's
2 plates.
3. Yes, but on each one, how many pieces of chicken were on each plate?
Enough to fill the plate, so it's 2 plates.
2 full plates
Listen,
of chicken marsala.
Listen.
And this is why I had pizza.
If you have a plate and you put food on it, there is also room to put a second layer of food on it. But it is still 1 plate.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, my son Jake made chicken marsala yesterday, which is, he makes a fantastic chicken marsala.
Oh, it was delicious.
And he made a ton of it so that we could have it for today as well. And
it was absolutely
Neil
delicious. It's one of my favorite meals.
Neil and Spencer ate it, and I ate pizza.
Yeah. And then for dessert, I had sweet potato pie.
Yes, Jake also made
or what was left of that, because someone in the house ate it. No, it's all gone. Yeah.
It's all you. You ate it.
No, I didn't.
Spencer didn't even get any.
I only had 3 pieces.
You had more than 3 pieces.
Honestly, I've had a total of 3 pieces. A total.
You must have been getting up in the middle of the night eating it.
Oh, yeah, right.
You're sleep eating.
They're sleep eating?
Yeah, that's a serious disorder.
Yeah, I bet. Nick D throwing in a fun fact. Gianni cheese is a Latvian sour milk cheese traditionally eaten on Gianni, the Latvian celebration of the summer solstice. Probably not the best pick to get Neil into cheese tasting. No. You're correct about that, Nick. But Kimberly, on the other hand,
what
would be
would
in
it
glory.
take to get you into cheese tasting?
Into cheese tasting?
Like
$1 million.
$1 million.
$1 million.
Nothing other than $1 million.
Not and let me make this clear. Not $999,999. No, $1 million.
1 million.
Yes.
And you will what? Taste different kinds of cheese?
Yes, and puke everywhere in the process.
But you'll taste them.
I'll taste them.
All
$1
day.
million.
All day.
Yeah. Well, all day. That I would have to double the 2 million.
Oh, okay.
Malcolm then, hexagonal stones that look man-made, but are not. Ah, okay. That is interesting. Hey, Sarah and Bob are in the house from Cuse Cruisers. Welcome in, welcome in.
Good to see you this evening.
Actually, I think it might be Sarah. Was it? I thought it was Sarah who's in, and Bob was already asleep, wasn't he?
Maybe.
Anyways.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, indeed. Ilana saying, I am just having lunch, last night's chicken and barley soup. Oh, you know what? That actually doesn't sound bad, Ilana. I hope you don't pollute it with cheese.
Chicken and barley now.
Malcolm says, lunch was chicken nugget sandwiches. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds good. Raphael, then I had tacos. Sorry, Neil, but not al pastor. Oh, okay. Then you're fine,
then
Raphael.
It's okay.
Then I have no reason to get very, very upset with you, because you know if you're having tacos al pastor without me, that would make me very upset.
They're so good.
Relax, heel calm 365 is in the house. Hey, welcome in. Glad to have you in here once again. Relax, heel calm 365 has been in here before, so welcome in. And what has been going on? Zach has been eating rigatoni with Italian wine. Oh, look at you go, Zach. Nice. Somehow I do have a feeling, though, that rigatoni was loaded with cheese, but we'll just not talk about that. Malcolm, however, is a fan of cheese. Megan says that she had kebab with filet mignon, mushrooms, red pepper, and red onions, and Nick had Chick-fil-A. Megan, you're the clear winner here.
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds very, very good what you had there. Nice. You watch, everyone is going to be getting the munchies here soon.
Yeah,
like late night munchies, and we haven't even been drinking that much. All right. Let's see. Relax, heel calm. Greeting everyone in here. That is great. Anthony, with the question we just answered. Nick then, oh, time to get a cheese tasting GoFundMe page, gang. Oh, yeah, right. I want to see it. You're never going to get there.
Yeah, $1 million.
Yeah, no. That is.
I don't know. Maybe
I deliberately said 1 million to make it just impossible to reach. Cuse Cruisers. Yes, Bob is sleeping. Woohoo! Points for my short-term memory. That doesn't happen too often. Usually, my short-term memory is very terrible. But long-term, I remember everything for some reason. So if, say, 15 years from now, you will be asking me on the 12th of September 2020, who was on, I would probably remember that it was you, Sarah, and not Bob.
But tomorrow?
But no, absolutely not. Ilana is highly confused. Cheese in chicken soup? Yeah, that'd be a big no, right, Ilana? But I'm telling you, you go to a restaurant here in the United States.
Not in chicken soup.
I'm telling you, they're capable of it. You go to...
We have cheese fights.
Oh my gosh, it's terrible. They throw cheese in here more than the Dutch and the French combined. I'm telling you. Let's see, some conversation going on among our fellow travelers. Ilana saying, well, hopefully you will be able to in 2021. Let's see. Looks like that was also in response to another fellow traveler.
Yeah,
Doc and Nikki, then I'm going to Megan's for dinner next Friday night. All right. Nice. Good for you. Relaxed Heelcom saying it's 5 a.m. here in Ireland and I thought I'd pop in to say hello to you. That is so awesome. Thank you so much. And you know what? We were just talking about Ireland. Yes. In fact, we have someone among us by the name of Zach Worm. And he is going to be traveling to Ireland in a little bit. And so if you have any recommendations for him for places to visit or for sites to go see, please let him know. Yeah, absolutely.
Add Ireland, Malcolm.
Yes, Malcolm, Ireland gets to be added. Nick, then, it is strange that fondue isn't super popular in the States given how much we love cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although there is...
I know when my mom was younger, they did fondue. She would talk about they would have fondue parties.
Well, here's the thing. In the Netherlands, where I'm originally from, fondue there can be done with cheese indeed, but it is also quite popular to do for Christmas with meat. So what happens is that if I look at my family, for instance, there would be a big table set with 1 or 2 fondue pots, like in central points on the table. And depending on how many people you have as your guests. And then these large trays with small pieces of different kinds of meat would be served. There would be some salad. There would be a multitude of condiments. A lot of bread would typically be served. And it's overall just a really, really delicious meal.
Yeah, and fun.
Yeah, and it is fun. You typically take your time doing that. So don't be surprised if you're sitting like 2-3 hours at the table, if not longer. But yeah, that's how fondue goes the way I knew it. Melting pot, says Doug and Nikki. Yes, that's for sure.
That's a restaurant.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just a reference to a comment that was made. No?
I think it's I know it's a restaurant in Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay. Well, you would know that better than me. You're the Yinzer here.
I've never been there, but I think they have those other places. I think that's why they're talking about it. It's the fondue restaurant.
Okay. Ilana says that the only American cheese I have seen is always orange. How about that? You know what? Speaking about that, Ilana, isn't it weird how some foods have like these odd names? Like, for instance, if we take something like red cabbage isn't red. It's purple.
Yeah. But American cheese, just so you know, just even plain American cheese, there's also white American cheese. And
speaking of white grapes are actually green. Yeah, so why is it called white? It makes no sense to me. Okay, so we get some more answers coming into the dinner question that was asked by Megan. Eric had shrimp potato soup with loaded 5 cheese at the restaurant the other day. That you ate one of Kimberly's favorite meals.
I've never even had that, but I want it.
And I know without that she had it, that it is one of Kimberly's favorite meals.
Oh my God. There's nothing in there I don't like.
I don't think I could possibly decontaminate the shrimp.
No, you couldn't.
No, I couldn't. It would kill me.
You should stay away from that.
Yeah, I should.
Unless there's $1 million in the GoFundMe.
That's right. Anthony Simone had pizza for dinner. That is good. What kind of pizza, Anthony? What kind of pizza do you like? Malcolm, then, we are on a roll. This is the first time we have had Ireland on the chat. I had to check my list 3 times to make sure. You're kidding, Malcolm. So if I am not mistaken, we are slowly but surely approaching 40 different countries, 40 different countries that at one point or another, ever since we started doing these International Travelers Hangouts, that have been represented. That would be so cool. Relax Heelcon 365 says, come, you are both very welcome to Travel on Tour. Pop in for a cup of tea. I'm originally from East Coast. All right, sounds great. Yeah, we would love to, for sure. Yeah. And we do like tea, so let's see, what else? Doug and Nikki saying Melting Pot is a fondue restaurant. Ah, so that's what that is.
Yeah,
nice.
That's what I told you.
Okay. Well, you said restaurant. I didn't realize it was a fondue restaurant.
I said it was a fondue restaurant.
Well, you should say that then. You didn't say that. Ow! You hit me. Yeah. Why would you do that?
Because.
Why? Why would you abuse me on the chat? Don't look so dangerous. Nick D is saying, and why do you drive on a parkway and park in a drive? Yeah, exactly, Nick. Exactly right. Aidan Rosko is in the house. Hey, Neil. Hey, what's going on, my friend? Aidan is actually a co-worker of mine at Walmart. That's awesome. What's going on, my friend? How have you been? Aidan in there, by the way, guys, has also been to Mexico not too long ago. So I believe this is the first time that he is in here. So big shout out to you. And well, let us know. How have you been? Relax, Heel Calm. Looks like they got the travelers confused. How many days were you staying out? Okay, so it isn't us that are coming. It's actually another fellow traveler here in the chat by the name of Zach. Zach is going to be traveling to Ireland, and yeah, he is the one that will be heading over and is asking for all the travel advice.
Although it's not out of the question that next year we might not end up in Ireland.
Oh no, absolutely not. No. If Kimberly finds a deal in any country, really,
we go.
We don't know what time will bring us. Chris is saying here, our melting pot closed. It was too expensive. Yeah,
I haven't been there. That melting pot, that fondue restaurant. I've never been there. It sounds like something I would enjoy, but I have heard it's extremely pricey for what you get.
Okay. Ilana commenting that it is interesting the different dietary habits in the different countries. Yeah. Purely an observation, not a judgment. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I agree 100%, Ilana.
But isn't that a lot which makes traveling so much fun?
It does. It does. Because you will pick up certain things in other countries that, and actually we're going to be talking about this very topic later on. It's, we'll be, discussing that later on. Yeah, how you bring home certain things from different countries.
My head looks weird.
That's because you have gremlins behind you and they're after you. Malcolm notes that Ireland makes 38 countries.
That is amazing. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, that is fantastic. That is so cool. Anthony is a big fan of pepperoni pizza. That's what Kimberly had. Didn't you have? Oh, was it the Supreme? Oh, it was the Supreme. Okay. Let's see. Raphael saying, Kim was right. She did say it. Hashtag hidden. Raphael, you used to tell Kimberly that she's always right. So I don't even want to hear that.
He's a wonderful person.
Oh, is he now?
Yes, he is.
Oh, that's nice. All right. Let's see here. Aidan saying, miss you. Haven't seen you in a while. I'm doing great. How are you? Doing great, Aidan. We had a fantastic trip to Mexico. Did some really, really, really awesome things. So, I had some of the greatest tacos I've ever eaten in my life, if not the greatest tacos.
The greatest.
We may have had a drink or two, or 3, or 30, or many. We swam in a cenote.
Yeah, that was cool.
And we actually swam with whale sharks. So, yeah, we have had a blast, man. I'm telling you.
We went to a jungle spa.
Yeah. So, yeah, we did that too. That's right. We went to a jungle spa, had some really, really awesome massages. So, yeah, it was really cool.
It was great.
Relax Hilcon 365 says that Zach can find them and we can chat.
Good.
Absolutely. Zach, if you are still in the chat, please take note of this. We have someone in here on the ground in Ireland, living in Ireland, who's willing to help you out.
I'm going to ask, are you a member of our Facebook community? If you're not, please do make sure that you join our Facebook community because we'd love to have you.
Yes, and that goes for everyone. If you are not yet a member of our travel and tour community on the Facebook, let it be known that we would be delighted, more than delighted, than to welcome you. And we're a very easygoing group. We don't believe in making lists full of rules and everything. We just count on everyone's common sense. And as long as you keep it travel related, you can post as many things as you want.
Travel related, food.
Yeah, food related too, because
travel, pretty pictures.
Good travelers are good foodies. That's how it is. Let's see here. Chris here. We use sunflower oil in the fondue and cook beef, chicken, and shrimp. Yeah. That's exactly what was talking about, Chris. That's exactly what my family would do. Relax Hill Calm, more specifically, is informing us that they live in a suburb of Dublin. Nice. Doug and Nikki saying that parkways were initially built during the New Deal and they actually connected New York City with big state parks, hence the name Parkway. I did not know that.
Pittsburgh has a parkway.
They were supposed to be pretty and no commercial traffic. Wow, that's interesting. Well, I guess the purpose of those roads changed over time. That is the best way to put it, I suppose.
But thanks for the information.
Yeah, that's some really interesting info, guys. Thank you. Rafael says, can you say that again so I can record it for Amanda? I'm sure that was for you, Kimberly.
Wonderful guy you are. You are.
Did you record that, Rafael?
He's just awesome.
I just think you're a crazy Spanish bastard, but that's me.
You said a bad word.
No, I didn't. That's not that much of a bad word. It's a correct word. That's who he is. Malcolm says to Relax 365 North or South Dublin can tag you with hashtag at the start of your name. All right. Where are you two now? We are now at home here in Western Pennsylvania. Yeah. And Zach is connecting with Relax Hill Calm. That is awesome, awesome, awesome. Rafael dropping the link for our Facebook community. That is great. Thank you so much for that. You know what?
That's a great place for people to get to know each other, message back and forth, and talk about these kind of things.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Good. We are all caught up with the comments, so we are going to be moving on to the next part of our live stream tonight.
Monetization?
Yes, we are going to be talking a little bit about where we are on our road to monetization. So let's pull that up here. I got fresh information. There it is. So as you can see, that blue meter is almost maxed out. We are so close.
It's so frustrating.
And between last live stream on Wednesday and now, we scrambled together 93 watch hours. That's pretty good. And we were able to shave off a couple of days on our estimated monetization date. And yes, you do see that correctly. September 17, guys, is only 5 days out.
Yep.
So we are going to be hitting that incredible milestone that we have been working so hard for about half a year now. It's really, really around the corner. So thank you so much to everyone who is helping us get there.
Yes.
We really, really do appreciate it, and we do want to ask of you to keep it up because we want to get to that finish line.
Oh my gosh! Do you see how close it is? Do you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
That's like really, really close.
It's like, ugh.
All right, so back to the comments then. Margaret is saying that the best pizza ever would be garlic sauce, mozzarella, parmesan, ricotta, romano, red onion, fresh garlic, and fresh parsley.
I agree with you. You could throw a little fresh basil on there too.
I think, Margaret, what you are describing here is also known as a white pizza,
which is my
is Kimberly's favorite pizza. Yeah. Everyone is pointing out your favorite food.
Because I'm amazing.
Okay. I mean, I can't really argue that. I mean, you are.
That's sweet.
Rafael, then, so is that the park in your city behind you? No, Rafael, no. We will be doing that next. Margaret saying second best pizza is Polynesian sauce, red onion, green onion, ham, or pepperoni.
You like unique pizzas.
Wait a minute.
That Polynesian sauce would be like a sweet and sour sauce.
Okay. I have both a question and a comment to that, Margaret. First of all, what exactly is Polynesian sauce? What does that taste like?
I would say sweet and sour kind of sauce.
And second,
would there be pineapple with this?
Oh, yeah, well, that would be good.
Because all of what you said here, Margaret, I mean, I'm not a pineapple pizza person, but on this, I'm thinking I could put some pineapple.
Yeah. Now, green onion. I never thought of that, to put that on pizza, but yeah, I would be game for that.
But you would be all about those 2 kinds of onion, because you do like onion.
Oh, yeah, for sure, yeah. Malcolm throwing in another fun fact about Latvia. It shares a maritime border with Sweden and also Lithuania.
Good to know.
Good, good. That's interesting. Relax Hillcom knows that we are so close. Yes, we are. Ilana, amazing statistics. Yeah, I know. We are really, really getting there. It is going to happen. It's just that last stretch. We need that end sprint. Doug and Nikki saying it took 6 months for our channel to be reviewed and monetized once we crossed the threshold.
Now, see, I've heard other ones, it was like a week or less. Why do I take them 6 months?
Yeah, that is ridiculous. 6 months. That is awful, awful long. But yeah, we'll see what's going to happen once we hit the last requirement.
Please don't say it'll be another 6 months.
Yeah, that would not help our cause. Nick D saying, fun fact, a popular breakfast in Latvia is cottage cheese mixed with sour cream. This concoction is also put on salads and desserts. I won't blame Neil for skipping this one. Yeah, no.
There's nothing about that. He doesn't do sour cream either.
I will just not have breakfast, Nick. I'll just skip it. Or I'll just go to the nearest water out there and just eat fish.
You just eat fish.
Raphael, then, the only white on my pizza is the white of my teeth eating it. Raphael, are we actually agreeing that good pizza must have red sauce? I mean, you may not agree with me on the pineapple part, but the red sauce, maybe we actually have some common ground here. Travel Kiwi throwing in the woohoo! Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Ilana saying, oh no, please don't start the pineapple on pizza debate. I know, that's a tricky one. That's a slippery slope, but I can help.
The funny thing is in Mexico, the Cody took the pineapple off the pizza and ate the pizza.
That's because the Cody has no good taste buds.
The Cody was smart.
The Cody was dumb. Malcolm saying, Kim, do you leave the tea back in your teacup when you drink it?
Yes.
Yeah, Kimberly does. Actually, you have 2 tea bags in there because it's a big mug. Yeah. I do the same thing, by the way, Malcolm. Chris is saying, Rafael, we had a chicken cordon bleu pizza and it was good. That sounds like something you might be interested in.
I would try it, sure.
Yeah. Margaret is saying, yes, no debate. Pineapple belongs on most pizza, and anyone who disagrees has to go sit in the corner until they come to their senses. Yes, Margaret, yes. At last, someone on my side with the food here. That is great. Rafael, much to his own surprise from what it looks like. Yes, we are in agreement, Neil.
You're in agreement that I'm wonderful. That's so great.
That doesn't happen too often,
You're in agreement
Rafael.
that I'm wonderful.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I suppose we are. Malcolm saying cottage cream, just no. Rafael, not even the Cody's likes it. That doesn't mean anything. Ilana is saying to Margaret, well, I'll be sitting in the corner then.
I'll be with you.
How defiant, Ilana. Wow, that's awesome. All right, guys, so we are caught up with the comments again. So we are going to be playing Guess the Background. So I think it would be a good moment to move the screen a little bit so you can see it a little better. There we go. So there it is. You can see parts of what appears to be a ruin, a wall. You can see a rather blue sky. Then you can see Kimberly being goofy. There's nothing new about that. There is a lot of green around. You can see a little city of sorts in the background. So where do you think where this is? And more specifically, what is it? Now, we have had some fairly easy ones lately that were rather easy to guess because, of course, we have come just back from Mexico, had a blast over there.
We're going
back. Of course,
back.
There are pictures that we have been putting up as our background. So last Wednesday, we put Isla Mujeres up. But what is this one? This time, we are not going to give it away that easily.
Please let me know if you want a quote to join us in Mexico. I'll be happy to get that out.
Yeah, Kimberly has been looking for the next trip to Mexico already.
Yeah, and we pretty much figured it out. So please, let me give you a quote. Would love to have you travel with us.
Absolutely.
Even if you're on your own, keep in mind this is an all-inclusive resort.
Yes.
It's not like going on a cruise that you can be by yourself in a room.
Right,
there.
right.
So please let me know if you'd like to come, because a lot of you that do travel on your own, this would be a nice opportunity to come with a group.
Yeah, for sure. Eric B says that he likes barbecue chicken pizza and pineapple pepperoni. Oh, you're speaking my language, Eric. That sounds like something I would eat.
It does.
Yeah, absolutely. Margaret explaining that Polynesian sauce is a sweet and sour type sauce and a bit spicy. Okay, that is good. Usually has red pepper flakes in it, and yes, I accidentally left off the pineapple, but it is on there.
See, I knew. Don't you see, that one makes sense.
Now that sounds good, Margaret. I would really like that. Malcolm doesn't believe that we are making it any easier this time to guess the background. He says, gotta go Mexico. No, it's not Mexico, Malcolm. Believe it or not, it's not Mexico. Rafael then, so I got a fantastic comment on the resort video. Anyone want to be my boyfriend? Yeah, I gotta love the spammers, Rafael. Gotta love them.
Yeah, we get some of those too.
Yeah, we have our fair share of those as well. Rafael is guessing that this is the Great Wall of China. No. I can tell you that we have not been to China, and this is therefore not the Great Wall of China, because whenever we put a background picture up, it's always a picture that we have taken during one of our trips. Megan is guessing Spain or Greece. No, it is not Spain or Greece, although I can see why you say that, because of the white-looking buildings in the back, the blue sky. So yeah, that's a good guess. Megan saying Kim's quotes are legit and inexpensive and safe. Win for everyone.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Doug and Nikki also think that it might be Greece. No, it's not Greece, guys. Megan is guessing New Zealand. No, we have not been to New Zealand yet. You would have known. You would have known.
We've been knocking on your door.
New Zealand for the green part. Yeah, that's what we heard about New Zealand. It is very much a green country. Malcolm is saying, Neil, how do you have cheese on toast for a nighttime nibble if you don't like cheese? You don't. I don't. I don't. Rafael is changing his strategy to guess the background. He is trying to weed out the continents. So, is it in Europe? And Anthony Simone is following his lead. No, it is not in Europe. Relax Heel Calm is thinking it might be Scotland. No, it's not Scotland either. Ilana, Northern Hemisphere. Yes, Ilana, it is the Northern Hemisphere. Yes. Margaret feels that maybe we're trying to trick us.
Someplace on Earth.
Meanwhile, on Jupiter, no, Margaret, it's not Jupiter. It is on Earth, believe it or not.
Because you know what? It's the only reason that we're saying that is because we haven't actually been to Jupiter yet.
Oh, okay, Kimberly, you got some really ambitious plans.
Well, you know.
I mean,
I like to travel.
Are you working on a project I don't know about?
No, me and Megan haven't sorted that one out yet.
Okay. Okay. Anthony Simone is guessing Amsterdam. No way. It's way too many hills for it to be Amsterdam. Rafael guessing Canada. No, it's not Canada. Malcolm, USA. No, not USA. Zach is guessing Italy. No, it's not Italy. It's not even in Europe.
Megan.
Is the water system good there? No, Rafael's not Puerto Rico either.
I think Megan said Puerto Rico, did she?
Yeah, right there. No, it's not Puerto Rico or the Cayman Islands. Let's see here. Margaret to Nick, thanks. Not to brag, but I'm kind of smart that way. That's great. Anthony is guessing Ireland now. No, it's not Ireland. They are struggling with this one, Kimberly. They are. All right, let's show them again. Just one more time.
It's all gremlins.
Yeah, just keep your head there. Just keep peeking over that bar over Anthony's comment. Yeah, there you go. That is great. There you go. All right. That is funny. Okay. Ilana saying England. It's in England. No, it's not England. Caribbean, says Anthony. No. But you may have to not go somewhat to the north from the Caribbean. Depending on where you are in the Caribbean. But it is north of the Caribbean.
I'm making the Nick face.
Let's see here. Nick is guessing here New Mexico. No, it's not New Mexico. No. I think, let me see here. Colombia, says Megan. No, Ilana, come on, clues.
I like it
Central America. No, it's not Central America.
I like it here.
Rafael, Virgin Islands. No, it's not that either. Yeah, me and Kimberly, we're there. Okay. This is for the ones who really have been paying attention to our live streams.
Really paying attention.
So we visited this place back in 2016 as a stop during a cruise.
Yeah. And what cruise ship were we on?
We were on Royal Caribbean.
Grandeur of the Seas.
The Grandeur of the Seas. That's right.
Out of Baltimore.
Yeah. So does that help? Is that going to? Yeah, it was a fantastic cruise.
What good food.
Yeah. Oh, it was very good. Yeah. Cartagena, says Megan Morris. That's an excellent guess once again, but no, it's not Cartagena, and it is not Mexico City either, Anthony. No. So here's what you know. You know the picture. You know that we have been there back in 2016 as a stop on a cruise. It's north of the Caribbean, if you know, strictly speaking. It is in the Northern Hemisphere. It is on planet Earth. Yes, we have established all that. Whoa, what do I see here? I think the right answer is there. And no, it is not Aruba or Dominica. No, it is not Nicaragua. But yes, Anthony.
Yes, Anthony.
It is Bermuda. Very, very good. Very, very good. So, Anthony, can you take a shot at what in Bermuda this is? I mean, this was a specific place here. I'll show it one more time. You can see the ruins here of a former building. So if anyone knows what this could be in Bermuda, do let us know. I'm gonna see if Anthony can figure that one out. Megan saying just throwing out places at this point. Yeah, Bermuda was correct. Nope, wasn't Guatemala. It was indeed Bermuda. Anthony had it right, the first one. Yeah.
But it's probably lagging behind.
Yeah, oh yeah, the chat is no doubt we are lagging behind the chat, so you will. But does anyone know what this could be? Megan pointing out that Anthony just won 1 million points.
Yes.
That is right, Megan. Yes, Anthony did win 1 million points. Anthony's saying ruins or
ruins.
Ruins. No. Yeah, it is this kind of ruins, but Rafael, unfinished church. No, it's not that. Fort Hamilton, says Ilana. Excellent guess, but no, it is a fort, however. So you know that it is a fort. You know that it is in Bermuda. So what could it be? Unfinished church. No, Nick, it's not that. JB Rubanti's vlog is in the house. Hello, hey, welcome in, JB Rubanti's. Big shout out to you. Thank you so much for coming. And please let everyone know where you are from. And we have someone by the name of Malcolm in here, one of our moderators, who keeps very close track of where the visitors of our live stream come from. So do share with everyone. Yeah. Fort Catherine, guesses Malcolm. Nope. So not Fort Hamilton, not Fort Catherine. Which one are you guys missing? It starts with the letter S. Fort what? Victoria, nope.
I don't know it either.
We really gave him a challenge this time, Kimberly. I don't know what it
is.
You don't know what it is? Well, you were not really involved in selecting the background. Puerto Rico, no. Rafael, yes, Fort Scar. Very, very good. Very, very good. So Rafael is also going to get some points for having the exact location. Yes. But yes, this is Fort Scar. Fort Scar was built in the 19th century by the British, as a matter of fact, to defend against potential attacks from Americans. And right now it has become basically some sort of a monument / museum. And when we were in Bermuda, we actually had a tour that stopped there. It was very interesting. Yep, that is right, Malcolm. Fort Scar, that's the one. Very good. So Anthony and Rafael, great job for guessing the background. Well done.
I do want to make mention.
Yeah.
That we are, like I said, we are looking at going back to Mexico. We're looking at the 9th through the 19th of November. And I did get an email from the one resort that we are looking into, and that's the Catalonia. And that's in Tulum. And their bars are open from what they said, till 1 a.m. on that resort.
That makes a difference.
It does.
Yeah.
Megan, did you hear that? 1 a.m.
Yes, Minister of Drinks. We said it at the same time. Megan saying, wow, this video must be sponsored by Google Places.
That would be amazing.
Google is a wonderful thing. I know,
my
right?
God.
I know, it is. It's the biggest library in the world, I would say, at this point.
Oh, my goodness.
It's incredible. Yeah.
You know what, though? I mean, me and Neil will
Sure thing, Anthony.
We'll just look at maps.
Oh, yeah.
Neil
we've
loves
been
to
on
look
to
at
that.
maps.
Oh, absolutely.
And then we'll take the little guy and we'll drop him places.
Yeah, and then just randomly see what it looks like.
And just take a look around.
Yeah. Then we'll go like, oh, this looks wonderful.
This is really neat.
Yeah, I would like to visit that.
Yeah.
All right. So I think we can move on with the next part of our live stream today.
And what is that?
Let me see here. Well, before I continue, let me first throw in a reminder. If you just came in here and you have not hit the thumbs up for us yet, please do so. It would really help us out. And if you're not yet connected with us, please make sure you hit that red button, turn it gray, hit the notification bell, because we have a lot of content coming out in the upcoming weeks.
He's from the Philippines.
JB Rubantis is from the Philippines. God bless you. Yes, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Malcolm, you get to add the Philippines here. So JB, do you have any plans for the weekend coming up, or anything travel related you wish to discuss in here? Because this is a very interactive live stream, so we would like to have a conversation in here with everyone. That is why we single out as many comments as we can, and more so than just sitting here and rambling off stories. Chris asking here, did the resort close the bar? Our hotel lobby bar is open 24 hours.
No, 11 o'clock the bar is closed.
Yeah, and that goes for all of them.
Yeah.
It was just closed across the board. Nick is going to be even more specific. 32 points. Well, lots of numbers north and lots of numbers west. Yes, latitude and longitude.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Megan is all ears now. 1 a.m. You are speaking my language now. Main thing that bugged me was the 11 p.m. curfew at Secrets.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, I mean,
I suppose in a way that kind of was like a curfew.
They do have the 24-hour room service too at this resort as well, at the Catalonia. And this one is a little different because it's in Tulum.
Yeah.
And it is more in a jungle setting. Now,
Right.
you do have beach access at the resort. It looks like a beautiful stretch of beach.
Yes.
The rooms that we're looking at are the privileged rooms. So you get an additional restaurant, you get additional services, you get additional bar that you can go to, additional restaurant, and there's also some spa things you get.
Yeah.
For being in the privileged room.
Right. Relax, Heel Calm from Ireland is taking off. Good night to travel through. Enjoy the weekend, everyone. Hey, thank you so much for joining us. Absolutely, and we hope we will see you in here next time. So thank you so much, and until next time, hopefully. Malcolm says, I have found hotels by using the little man on Google Maps.
Yeah, isn't it fun?
That's how it can be done, Malcolm. Absolutely, there's nothing wrong with that. Anthony's saying he put a camping vlog out. A camping vlog out. Okay, that's cool. Jeffrey Resendiz is in the house. Hey, welcome in, Jeff.
Back.
Good to have you in here. Those were some wonderful pictures you posted in the To Travel and Tour community on the Facebook about the sunset. That was awesome. Thank you so much for that. Malcolm with another country update. So far represented in our live stream have been the Philippines, Ireland, Australia, Mexico, Canada, New Zealand, and the USA for a total of 7 countries. That is great. That is awesome. Eric B notes that 11 a.m. is early. Yeah, no, it was 11 p.m. that they would close. Yeah. Geocaching is so awesome, says Margaret. I know.
We have a friend that does that.
Oh, who?
Annette does the geocaching.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah, Annette does that. That's right. Yeah. Anthony, then I'm putting out another vlog tomorrow at 5 p.m.
Okay.
Good, Anthony. Megan says that the Catalonia looks great. You know we are down. Who else is on board?
I know.
That's right. We already have 4 people on board. So it would be me, Kimberly, Megan, and Nick.
And I hope Raphael will join
And
us.
hopefully the Visos are going to join us once again.
That'd be great. Talking to Darian too.
Yes, Darian from Magnificent Germany with Darian. He was interested as well. So
yeah, and I think Eric
maybe he can make it.
I think Eric B should come.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
And I think Margaret should come.
Okay, everyone should come.
Everyone should come to Mexico. You won't believe it.
Yep. Margaret to Rafael, too bad we don't all live close to each other. Geocaching with this group would be crazy. Oh, I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Eric B saying, I meant 11 p.m. brain fart.
Well, 11 a.m. was really ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah.
You go to church, you come back and do a shot, and then bar closes.
While at the resort?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Rafael says, I love geocaching. One year I found at least one geocache per day for 366 straight.
Oh my god.
That's incredible, Rafael. That's incredible.
A lot.
Yeah. Anthony, then the whole YouTube should come.
Yeah, everybody!
That would give the resort and the staff there a little bit of a nervous breakdown.
It's a small resort. I always do tend to pick smaller resorts.
Yeah. Megan encouraging Eric and Margaret, so worth it. You will have a blast. Yeah, that we can pretty much guarantee. Ilana says, we are still in full lockdown, being extended another 2 weeks, now until at least the 26th of October. Can't go anywhere right now. We are very envious. Oh,
we wish you could.
Yeah. Yeah, Australia has been going the wrong way again from what I heard. So hopefully after those 2 weeks are up, Ilana, things will go back to normal out there in the land down under. Rafael is admitting that he might have been obsessed with the geocaching. Chris noting that he will be leaving Mexico on the Day of the Dead, November 1st. Yeah. I remember there was some talk about that the other day. And the Day of the Dead coming up. It's also Mexico's Independence Month. So there's that going on. There's a lot going on in Mexico at this time. Australia is very strict, says Anthony. Yes, at this right now, absolutely. Rafael says it was hard to do every day. I kept driving further and further away. Oh boy.
I bet you did.
Yeah. That. I mean, if you get caught up in something like that, I can see that happening.
Our friends, they'll go on small trips through states. Like they'll go on driving trips and just do that. Yeah.
Megan also encouraging Anthony should totally come, less expensive than a cruise and super safe.
Yeah.
That is true, Megan. That is very, very true. Eric says, I will if I don't do DC, but I'm supposed to visit a friend early in November.
Well, this is until the 9th to the 19th, and you can come any part of those days.
Yeah, that's right, guys. If you cannot be coming along the same exact days as us, it doesn't mean
we'll do 10 days.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you cannot kind of like play around with the days you have.
Right.
And that way that we overlap at some point.
Yeah.
That's perfectly okay.
Yeah, the Visos came last time. They came like 5 nights.
Yeah.
Megan
and Nick were already there.
They did one day before we got there and got the lay of the land. And then we came and then they left before we did. And so did the Visos. And me and Neil had like, 2 nights, maybe 3, by ourselves at the resort. So, I mean, people like can overlap somewhere in the middle.
Yes.
It's all good.
Yeah, for sure.
And I can give you a quote out of whatever airport you need.
Yeah, that's not a problem at all. Okay, I think it's time for us to throw in a question to discuss with everyone. And I'd like to get back to the subject we discussed earlier.
Was it food?
Yeah, this one here.
It's always food.
The question is, have you implemented an element of a foreign culture in your own life? And if so, what?
That wasn't the question.
Yes, it is.
I like the food question.
That may also very well include food, Kimberly.
Okay, but remember the food one I said?
Well, there's more questions.
Next.
We can do that one next. Not a problem.
Okay, read it again.
So the question was, have you implemented an element of a foreign culture in your own life? And if so, what?
Yes, I have a very important one. I've implemented a meal.
Okay. You're considering me now a foreign element. Have I really sunk that low in your esteem?
You're a foreign culture.
I'm a foreign culture now. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, I will remind you of that whenever you start using Dutch sayings in English again.
I know. But I learned how to make peanut sauce for you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not all bad. Let's see. Malcolm with another fun fact about Latvia. It's less than 100 meters or 330 feet above sea level. Well, that is still higher than most of the Netherlands, Malcolm. Rafael says, yeah, they had the pamper treatment after we left. LOL. Well, that last night by the pool was fantastic.
It was.
Yes.
It was great.
It really was.
You have to come with us again.
And me and Kimberly were actually talking about it, Rafael, how that was really a bummer that you guys and Nick and Megan missed out on the VIP treatment. Yeah, the best part.
I was like, oh my God. And
yeah, that was a bummer. Margaret says, wish I could go to Mexico, but I'm the caretaker for my father and can't travel for the foreseeable future.
Okay.
Oh, okay. We understand. Not a problem. Doug and Nikki say that they celebrate Canadian Thanksgiving in our house. Okay.
I didn't know there was a Canadian Thanksgiving.
So, okay, a couple questions about that. First of all, how did you end up celebrating that? So what caused you to trigger that?
Yeah.
And second, how is Canadian Thanksgiving different from US Thanksgiving? Margaret says, I will travel vicariously through you all. Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, that's another way to go about it. Rafael says, I do 3 Kings Day on January 6th and also eat grapes at 5 p.m. on December 31st to eat them at the same time as Spain. Oh, okay. So that is a tradition that I do on New Year's Eve in Spain, Rafael? I wish we could eat oliebollen on December 31st. But no, they don't have that here.
No, and I don't make that.
Nick says that he makes poutine for dinner sometimes.
Do you know what that is?
Yeah, that is that Canadian meal, right? The gravy with cheese and curds and fries and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Malcolm says, I am more tolerant of people whose first language is not English. I know how hard it is to be understood. So that means he's more tolerant of me than you, Kimberly.
Oh, no. I'm very tolerant of you. I've been married to you forever.
But we're talking about Malcolm here, not about you. Rafael says you don't have olive oil?
Who doesn't have
olive oil? Who doesn't have? Well, I will say, Rafael, I did not grow up with olive oil, but I sure implemented it in our lives.
I think he doesn't understand. I think that he thought olive was olive oil.
Oh, okay.
Explain to him what that is.
Okay, so
we have olive oil. Of course we do.
So, on Dutch New Year's Eve, it is tradition to eat a snack food, or it's more like a pastry, known as oliebollen. And basically, what it is.
Oily balls.
Yeah. Okay, Kimberly.
It's oily balls.
It is a deep fried. Are you going to explain it?
It's oily balls with raisins.
You're explaining it now.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. You know what it is. Go explain it.
It's oily balls.
Go explain it. It is deep fried balls of dough with raisins in it. Mm-hmm. And it's absolutely delicious and absolutely horrible for you. And you really shouldn't eat it other than on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Chris says here that he likes cheese dip and tortilla chips.
Yeah.
Okay. Doug and Nikki explaining, Nikki is originally from Canada. It is a month earlier, I think Columbus Day. It is just a cheap copy of our Thanksgiving, but it makes her happy, and it is an extra turkey and pies. Can't argue with that.
No.
Absolutely, guys. I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Anthony is having a great laugh over your comments. Malcolm thought that I said olive oil as well. No, it's oliebollen.
Oliebollen. Oily balls.
Are you having fun?
Yeah.
Are you having fun ridiculing my culture?
No, I love your culture.
Ilana, then food-wise, we eat South African, Fijian, and Israeli foods. We celebrate Chinese New Year.
Cool.
Really?
Very cool.
That's incredible, Ilana. So that brings some questions to the table for you. So I know absolutely nothing about South African and Fijian foods. I know a little wee bit about Israeli foods. And so what are those foods like, and why do you celebrate Chinese New Year? You really have Anthony on the floor. Megan says that bitterballen is yum. Yes, Megan. Yes, those are good
They're
too.
not all created equal, though.
Neil, can we see your wooden shoes? If I had them, I'd show you, Megan, but I don't.
You know what? Every time I go to the Netherlands, I want to get a wooden shoe that's painted to put outside the house,
Yeah.
I want to get that because your mom has one.
Yeah.
And I want to get one.
My mom has one?
Yeah, your mom has one.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. Raphael says, okay, I'm glad I don't have that. You just made my Google Home talk. But yes, we eat 12 grapes at the sound of the clock on the Puerta del Sol in Madrid. Ah, okay. So that is how they celebrate New Year's Eve in Spain. That's interesting, Raphael. Ilana also having a good laugh. Malcolm asking me, is English your second language? Yes, Malcolm, it is. My first language would be Dutch.
And what was English your second?
Yes, English is my second.
Really? Did you learn English before you learned any Spanish?
Yes.
Before anything else?
Yes. Except Dutch.
Is that because of TV?
Probably. What helped was, of course, TV, first of all. Second, that my parents back in the day, a long time ago, ended up throwing me in a British international school at some point.
But that was in Spain, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was in Spain. So and then it was like, okay, Neil, you're going to speak English now. I'm like, what? Okay, but within 1 year, I learned English and Spanish.
But here's the
1 year, and why? Because I was there. Because it is all around me. It is the method of communication there. You have no choice. It is in literature. It is on science.
But it's also because
everywhere.
He is very talented when it comes to language. It's a real gift that he has. And
I'm interested in foreign languages.
Very much. But it's also a gift that you have that you can absorb the information.
Yeah. And it sure does help now with the channel that we have.
It just bounces off.
I'm finally starting to find a purpose for it, other than finding my way around in countries.
And it's really nice that we can talk to each other.
Yeah, that is convenient, isn't it?
Although you wouldn't think that we always do. It's like the communication thing.
No, but that is not because of the language. That is more so because that is because of the language, because you speak Kimberlish. And that is a language no one always understands. Oh, Genesian now. All right, let's see here. Raphael says, so you go to Spain and they throw you in a British school. Yes, Raphael, that's exactly what they did.
Either.
Okay, the thought behind that was English is a language like more commonly spoken and more accessible for me at that point in my life, rather than Spanish right away.
But all the girls that he wanted to talk to all spoke Spanish.
Well, yeah.
That's how he learned Spanish.
It certainly didn't hurt, of course. But anyways, and what was remarkable, Rafael, was that the vast majority of my classmates was actually Spanish. And so I got curious as to the reason why that was the case. And I asked around, I said, well, why did your parents put you in a British international school while clearly you're Spanish? And the answer was, well, to learn English. I'm like, okay, that is perfectly reasonable. Malcolm asking how many languages can I speak? There will be 5, Malcolm. Not all equally as good, but I'm comfortable at least to kind of get a conversation going in 5 different languages. Malcolm says Kimberlish, LOL. Yeah, that's exactly what you speak. There's times that, even with all the 5 languages that I have, no way. It's a completely, I don't know. I just don't know. So what elements have we implemented from other cultures other than me? Well, I implemented Kimberly, who's technically foreign to me.
But you know what, though, too, is I will say this: our whole life is rather kind of with foreign cultures and things like that. Because, like, the funny thing is, like, with my family being Italian, and my mother was Italian, so. Of course, on Christmas Eve, we celebrate Christmas Eve, and we have a lot of fish with Christmas Eve. Now, my grandmother would do the Feast of the 7 Fishes, and that's what we had on Christmas Eve when we were growing up. We would have lots of fish and then play poker. That was Christmas Eve. And I still include a lot of fish on my Christmas Eve celebration, but not exclusively fish. It's kind of expanded from that. And then we've included certain things that I've learned to make, like the breakfast cake from the Netherlands.
Yes.
That I make.
A lot of it is food, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I make peanut sauce for you now.
Yeah, you make that now. Yeah. That's more. That's not technically really Dutch, but it is imported Dutch, then became Dutch.
Yeah, because the Dutch are all about the peanut sauce.
Yes,
you guys know
for
that.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
And
how can you blame them?
Yeah, and like I always made meatballs with my spaghetti sauce and stuff, but now I make different meatballs, and I make them with potatoes and gravy because you prefer meatballs with potatoes and gravy and a vegetable. So it's things like that. And also too is I've always my whole life, my grandmother's best friend Martha, my Aunt Martha, was Russian Orthodox, so they celebrated Christmas later. And I've always kept my Christmas tree up later in honor of Aunt Martha.
Yeah. Okay. So Megan is saying here, apparently I speak Meganese, so I'm fluent in Kimberlish.
Yes!
That makes perfect sense, Megan. Makes perfect sense. Rafael goes, of course, Spanish women are beautiful. I can't argue that, Rafael. I really can't argue that. 5 is impressive, says Malcolm. Thank you so much for that compliment. Margaret says, food in the house is international. Husband, 100% Syrian. Born here, adopted son, half Filipino. I am French and German, and we all love Mexican food.
Everybody loves Mexican food.
Never know what will be cooking at my house. That is great, Margaret. That's really great. Yeah. You have lots of variety going on there then.
Syrian food is delicious.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a Syrian lunchroom. Sadly, it ended up burning down.
But we really liked
it. But it was an awesome little place. Very much, I would say dining room, living room style. It was a tiny place. And it was more a lunchroom than it was for dinner.
Yeah.
But they had the best food. They really, really had good food. Malcolm pointing out that there are 251 languages spoken in homes in Melbourne, Australia. That is fascinating. Just in Melbourne. I mean, there are 190 some countries in the world, and yet there's way more languages spoken in homes. How?
Explain this.
Yeah, explain that, Malcolm. How is that possible? I have been on trams in Melbourne and heard 9 on one trip. That's incredible. Wow. Ilana says, according to Sean, I speak Venusian, and according to me, he speaks Martian.
Venetian and Martian.
Yeah, I get it. Rafael says, so to all the languages Neil speaks, you need to add the one he speaks when a piece of tech stops working. Probably invents one. Yeah, I'm not going to deny that, Rafael. I mean, if Comcast messes up again, then yes, that's very well possible.
We don't really need the internet at that point. You can just hear Neil wherever you are.
Yeah, well, hey, that has its benefits too, or disadvantages, so you will.
I just sit here and quietly message back and forth with Raphael.
Oh, okay.
Raphael's like, how loud is he? I'm like,
Oh, really? That's the kind of conversation you're going on behind my back?
And then you're running around the house screaming and yelling in Dutch, and I just message with Raphael.
Well, it's good to know that you do that behind my back, just ridiculing me.
Support.
Just ridiculing my frustrations.
It's emotional support.
Emotional support for who?
For me.
For you?
Yes. Hearing those awful Dutch words.
You hardly even know what they mean.
I know what they all mean.
I don't know. Let's see here. Papa Mozo is in the house. Welcome, welcome. Dag vrienden, says Papa Mozo. Greeting the Dutch way, saying hi, friends in Dutch. That is fantastic. Welcome in, my friend. It was great
to see your live.
I was just going to say, fantastic first live stream you did. I really enjoyed that, and it was just awesome to see you. Hopefully, it didn't exhaust you too much. We hope you're doing well, and welcome in. Let's see here. Megan giving a shout out to our Minister of Demographics. That baby is gorgeous. Nice, nice. Rafael goes, you said it, not me, Neil. I see how you are, Rafael. I see how you are. That's okay. Rafael also complimenting Papa Mozo here on his live stream. Yes, absolutely. Next time video, please. Malcolm, then, some of the countries have more than one language. Melbourne is a multi-nation city. Okay. Well, Amsterdam, in a way, is like that too, Malcolm. There are many, many different languages spoken in Amsterdam. Very much an international city anymore.
Yeah.
And, well, that also comes to expression in the food you will encounter there. So in addition to, for instance, classical Dutch snack bars, there's now also Turkish snack bars that will serve you stuff like falafel
really good,
and what do they call that? Döner sandwiches. Yeah.
It's all good.
Poor Kim, her ears, says Anthony. Malcolm, then we'll get to see him tonight, just organizing dinner at their place. Nice. That is awesome, Malcolm. I'm sure you will enjoy that. Rafael, Kim calling Comcast, now get phone ready to film. Rafael, you like having fun at my expense a little bit too much, amigo.
Oh, it's good. Poking just a little bit.
A little bit. You and him are like teaming up like there's no tomorrow.
Look, I'm poking you now.
Why are you poking me?
Because you're here.
Because I'm here. That is reason for you to poke me. Well, that's nice. Ilana says here, walk in Melbourne is like a city in Asia. We have a huge overseas student population, African countries now represented here, and we have the largest Greek population in the world outside of Athens.
That's amazing.
No way. No way. For real, Ilana.
That's good to know.
That's incredible. So, Ilana, how did that happen that you have such a large Greek population out there? Was there a time where a lot of Greek workers were brought over, or how did this work? Papamoso saying to Anthony that he has been enjoying camping with his young brother. Nice, nice. Let's see. Megan is just friended Papamoso. Yes. And those are some very, very nice and fitting words. You are a true gem. That he is, Megan. That he is. Absolutely. So I see some warm meetings and greetings for Papamoso. That is awesome. We do want to encourage you at all times to welcome people that enter the chat.
Yeah.
We always try to make sure we greet everyone, but you know, we're not perfect, so we might be missing some people left and right. So always please make sure you greet.
Everybody feels welcome.
Yes, that is our goal. We want to make sure everyone gets acknowledged. Megan says here, Australia has a huge Greek and Chinese population. That's an interesting mix.
Mm-hmm.
Malcolm says some football clubs in Melbourne only have a one nation playing for them. Really? So let me see. So basically that would mean that if there is, for instance, a team that is largely consisting of Greek players, that would be exclusively Greek players then, Malcolm? That's interesting. Rafael says, so do you have a Chinatown and Greek town to where you can find the best of both worlds? Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that is. Absolutely. Well, learn something yet again. That's great. Let's see. Ilana says, Greeks and Italians make up a big percentage. Many came over after the war and created a vibrant food culture. Oh, you have Greeks and Italians combined? Oh, yeah. I can only imagine.
That's some good food.
Yeah. Papamoso says here, Neil Kimberly, thanks a ton for plugging my first live stream on your channel. I'm very blessed to have such friends. Hey, Papamoso, you absolutely do. Always know that here in Western Pennsylvania, you definitely have friends.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. So you're most welcome, and you always will be most welcome. Okay, I think we can throw in another question here. There was one you wanted to ask.
Yeah.
Yes, there was. Now read it.
I have to find it. Okay. Oh, this one.
Okay.
Okay.
Here it comes.
Are you ready? Did you ever try a food abroad that was so good you tried to make it yourself at home? And how did that go?
Oh, that's a fun one.
So,
that's a fun one.
Did you ever find something that was so good abroad and you're like, I gotta try to make this. I'm gonna look up recipes. I'm gonna see if I can make this work. And what was it? How did it go?
You know, I actually did that. Remember when I?
You tried to cook.
Yes. This was before we lived together. This is a long time ago.
Okay.
But before we lived together, I had come over and you had introduced me to Hamburger Helper.
Oh my God, of all things, Hamburger Helper.
I went through this phase that I really had taken a liking to Hamburger Helper.
Yeah, that's just me trying to cook when I got home from work with no time.
Yeah. And well, you know.
You loved it.
we were not living together quite yet at that point. And so, I was kind of intrigued with it. And so I brought some boxes of Hamburger Helper home with me.
Yeah,
and then I ended up making it at home. It was okay, but I don't think it was what you made.
It's Hamburger Helper.
I'm sure it tasted different somehow. Let's see. Malcolm says here that Preston FC is Macedonian. If you're not Meso, you don't go there.
Oh, wow.
That's incredible. Ilana says, certainly at Chinatown, some suburbs are just one big Greek town. You would swear you are in Athens.
Oh, my goodness.
That is crazy. Rafael says, since Papa Mozo mentioned in this live now, I can let the cat out of the bag. I had a fantastic time with him and Danny in Oklahoma City. He treats us with a fantastic Italian meal. He is a good folk. Yeah, that's.
So you got to meet Papa.
You actually got to meet him. That is awesome, Rafael. That is really, really cool. Nick D pointing out that Hugh Jackman is probably the most famous Greek Australian. He's Greek Australian. For real?
I know he's Australian. I didn't realize he was Greek.
That is interesting.
I'll be right back.
Okay. You stopping at the little room?
Yes.
Okay. Malcolm asking here, what is Hamburger Helper? Let's see how many gremlins Kimberly is going to leave behind. Only looks like one. All right. Unfortunately, it doesn't talk along with me, so I'm going to have to do this myself, which is fine. So Malcolm, Hamburger Helper really is a boxed meal. It consists of a bag of pasta, a bag of seasoning, and all you really need to add is typically like ground beef and some milk. And that anyways for the version that I made. So you throw all of that in a skillet, not all at the same time, and then it makes a meal. It's certainly not the best thing for you to eat, but I went through a phase that I really took a liking to it. Rafael, then my mom makes perfect flan. Even when she visits me here, she makes it, and it is always perfect. Well, not the same here. Yeah, I see, Rafael. I see. Ilana, never heard of Hamburger Helper either. Yeah, it's very much an American thing, Ilana, because they certainly didn't have it over in the Netherlands where I was living at the time. Megan says here, I tried sheep's head in Morocco and guinea pig in Ecuador. No attempt to cook those at home. No, not even, Megan. Eric to Papa Moza tuned into your stream and saw Ronnie from Life is Good Today, and he said the substitute teacher is in. Yeah, I remember that. He did say that. Yeah. Nick D says Hamburger Helpers is seasoning and noodles. You add ground beef to it. Very salty, clog your arteries. Yeah, like I said, you really shouldn't eat that too often. That's for sure. Yeah, that is all correct. That is all correct. You don't want to know enough sodium content for 2 days in a box. Yeah, I've gotten completely away from it for that reason. It truly is garbage. It really is. Pasta, that's not hamburger. No, Malcolm, strictly speaking, you are correct. But just like red cabbage is purple, this kind of pasta is called Hamburger Helper. Eric B says, I used to eat Hamburger Helper twice a week back in the day. Oh my gosh, Eric. Oh my gosh. I'm glad I never got to that point. But Papa Moza and Rafael, I was there for some medical tests and research. I ended up making 2 new friends. You and Danny are not certified good folk. Not certified. So what would it take for them to get certified, Papa Mozo? All right, let's see here. What else is going on? I see some conversation among our fellow travelers. Papa Mozo thanking Eric for watching. I was just explaining to Ilana and to Malcolm what Hamburger Helper is.
It's just a box, usually like with noodles and seasoning that you put with hamburger. It comes in like stroganoff flavor. It comes in like pizza flavor, like beefaroni flavor. There's all different ones. It's basically real quick food for, you serve a salad with it.
Okay, I have to go back to Papa Mozo's comment here because it said you and Danny are not certified good folk. It was just a typo. It was are now certified good folk. So Rafael and Danny are now certified good folk because Papa Mozo got to meet them. That's awesome. Rafael says, I would try to make al pastor tacos at home, but a lot easier and cheaper to go buy them at a taco truck. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have a taco truck here in Pennsylvania.
And definitely not an authentic Mexican one. And actually,
the only
one of the very few Mexican places around, I actually am convinced I got food poisoning.
He did. He got food poisoning.
That was not pretty. I was out of service for a full day.
Oh my gosh, it was the weirdest thing because nothing really ever takes Neil down. He's only, since I've known him twice, he's been really taken down. Once was when we got sick this year in January.
Yeah. Yeah. That was
right
bad.
after Christmas and the beginning of January, we were real sick. But this night, okay, I wake up in the morning really early, and I notice we didn't have work that day, and I noticed there's no Neil in bed next to me, and he's where would he be? So I get up and I come looking around the house, and poor Neil's laying on the couch in a little ball. I'm like, oh my God, what happened to you? And he's like, oh my God. And
that was not pretty.
He had been so sick all night that he couldn't even make it back to the bed. And I'm like, and he was so sick the rest of the day. He laid in bed. I kept bringing him little bits of water and telling him he had to drink stuff to keep him hydrated. And
I could hardly even keep liquid inside.
Yeah.
That was how bad it was.
It was bad. And the thing was, too, is it had to be food poisoning because no one else got flu. Nobody else had any kind of flu.
No.
And I ate different food than him.
Yeah.
He had a completely different meal. So the meat that he had to have been bad.
Yeah.
So needless to say, we've never been back to that restaurant.
Right.
And it's a shame because they have really good margaritas.
Yeah, well, rather you than me.
I know.
Papamoso clarifying that indeed it was certified good folk. All right, perfect. Papamoso then, want a food tip? Yes, of course, Papamoso.
Always.
Bring it on. What do you have for food tip for us? Megan Morris says, Papamoso stamp of approval. That is priceless. Correct, Megan. Very, very correct. Ilana then, I made fajitas last night and they were so bland. Forgot the recipe and just winged it. Do it again without the full ingredients list. That's a good plan, Ilana. It sounds like something that I would do if I ever were to cook, because that really doesn't happen. In fact, Kimberly doesn't like me in the kitchen really. So and I don't like being there. So it's all good. Anthony is advising us not to go there again. Oh, don't you worry, Anthony. I have stayed far away from that place since, and I have no intention of going back whatsoever. So don't you worry about that.
The food in Mexico, oh my God.
Oh, in Mexico was amazing. Like we were discussing the other day, we have the tacos al pastor from there, and I eat like 300 of them.
Yeah.
Like some insane amount.
He was saying, he goes, this eating contest? He goes, I would like to do one there. And I thought to myself, oh my gosh, can you imagine how many, if Neil just went there with the idea of eating as many tacos as he could, wonder how many tacos Neil could eat.
That would be interesting. That would be a lot, particularly if I'm hungry.
Yeah.
That would be really a serious quantity. That would be the quantity that I could probably win a food contest with eat.
I'll tell you what, though, you would have to try the chorizo ones too then.
The chorizo ones?
Yeah, they were really good.
Yeah?
Oh my God, they were good.
I don't know. I really like the al pastor tacos.
Well, of course, those were delicious too, but the chorizo ones were really good too. It was all good.
Yeah. So, okay, let's see if we can throw in another question here. Let me see. Well, you know what? Before we do that, I think it would be a good moment now to throw in the hashtag creator. If you are a creator, go ahead, throw in that hashtag creator. We're going to give you a little shout out before we move on to our next question. So for all of you creators out there, go ahead, do some networking, throw in that hashtag creator. In the meantime, while the hashtag creators start coming in, I'm going over a few more comments here. Let's see here. Anthony, Simone's favorite food is steak, besides escargot on Carnival. Ilana says, lovely to be with you again, but time to go. Have a wonderful weekend to all. Hey, Ilana, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It was a blast having you, and we will hopefully see you again next time.
We always enjoy your company.
Absolutely. And say hi to Sean, of course. Rafael says that he has eaten 55 before. Don't try the chorizo, too greasy. Oh, okay.
Oh, no, the chorizo is very good.
Yeah. Megan says, Neil definitely took full advantage of the all-inclusive food, which was mostly good at dinner. Yes, that is true, Megan. That's very true. Yeah. Let's see. Anthony also likes his tacos and seafood. That is awesome. Anthony, if you like seafood, you would love Kimberly's cod stew.
He's all about that cod stew.
Tell him what is in the cod stew.
Okay. It's cod. There you go.
It's more than cod, Kimberly.
Okay, there's zucchini in it. There's olives in it. There is, I usually put bow tie noodles in it. And it is done in like an olive oil and garlic kind of sauce. And there's cod in there. There's the zucchini. There's the olives. And I like to put several fresh Roma tomatoes diced up in there at the end.
Yeah, it is really good. So, since we have thrown in the hashtag creator, some responses have come in. So, Doug and Nikki, yes, are a creator, and they actually have a premiere tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. EST. You know what? I think I might be able to make that. So, I'm going to write down a little note of that. Let me see here. There we go.
Good.
That was what, 11?
Yes. Stop by and see them.
Yep. Perfect. Rafael from Visos Travel, together with his wife Amanda. Yes, they are creators too. Absolutely. In fact, speaking of premieres, they had one tonight, right before our live stream started. It was an awesome video about the grounds of the all-inclusive resort in Mexico where we stayed at. Anthony Simone, also a creator. Yes, absolutely. My favorite escargot is a Royal Caribbean. Yeah, there you go. Nice.
That's Allie's favorite too.
Let's see here. Megan also plans on stopping by at Doug and Nikki's premiere. That is awesome. Sailing Away with TNK is in the house. Hey, welcome in. Welcome in. Good to have you in here tonight. And nice live stream that was, by the way, you had earlier today. That was good. Papa Moso then did crunchy shells in garlic and egg, and then flour and adobo. Deep fry them for a minute. Batter again in balsamic vinegar and egg. Deep for 1 more minute. You're welcome. Oh.
Okay.
Let's see. So.
Crunchy what?
Crunchy shells. So it's crunchy like taco shells, I would imagine.
I don't think so.
Papa Moso, do you mean like just the crunchy taco shells? All right, let's see here. Anthony thinks that it's sounding good already. See, cuts through. Malcolm is asking, do your all-inclusive include drinks?
Yes.
Yes, they do.
All the drinks you want.
That's right. Sailing Away with TNK, also throwing in the hashtag creator. Yes, they are, absolutely. If you're not yet familiar with them, you may want to correct that mistake, as Tommy Travels would say. Let's see, Doug and Nikki explaining that the premiere of their video is going to be a glamping video from Jordan. Oh, yes. I've seen a video of Jordan of you guys before, and you may remember that I was there for the premiere of that as well. And that was an awesome video, so I'm figuring it's not going to be any less than that video. That's awesome. Eric B, also a creator. Yes, for sure. Let's see. Margaret says, I made Chateaubriand with burgundy wine sauce after a trip to France. I love to cook, so I've gotten pretty good at it. Sorry if that sounds immodest. It turned out great.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Margaret, there's absolutely nothing wrong with knowing what you're good at and taking pride in it.
Yes, of course.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
And there's nothing wrong with having me over to eat that.
Or me, for that matter. I mean, Chateaubriand, you have our attention there. That's amazing. Papa Mozo, yes, also a creator. Hashtag Papa Knows, hashtag Vlog Father.
Yes.
That's right, that would be Papa Mozo. Let's see. Papa Mozo did mean taco shells.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that was, yeah. 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. unlimited, plus free beer in the fridge in the room. Yes, right.
And keep in mind, too, you could order any kind of drinks you wanted also from room service.
Yeah. Anthony says, I want to go to Jordan in Africa. Yeah, You know what, Anthony? Me and Kimberly have looked at that too, because Jordan does have a tremendous lot to offer.
Yeah.
It is far more than just Petra.
Yeah, because we've always wanted to do Egypt, and we were talking about Egypt, and I kept saying I wanted to go to Jordan, and he's like, you want to add a few days? I'm like, no, Jordan needs to be its own trip. And because there's a lot of trips that have a combination of like Egypt and then a few days in Jordan. I'm like, no, I want to do, if you want to go, we can go and do Egypt for like 13 days, 12 days, whatever. But then I want to do another week in Jordan. Yeah. It can't be just like a day or two that you add on. There's too much to see.
Right. So, let's see. Good one. It's a very long flight, Anthony thinks, to Jordan. Yeah, it would be.
It's a pretty long flight.
I think it would approximately be the same as flying to Egypt. And how many hours would that be? You looked it up.
10.
I think it was longer than 10.
I think it was 10.
No, it had to have been longer than 10.
I think it's 10.
No, it had to be at least like 14, 15.
No, I think it's 10 hours direct from DC.
Really?
I think so. Megan?
Okay, Rafael says, I have a good family friend that the father of which is born or is from Jordan. The pigs from there are fantastic. Yeah. You know what? There is someone in our To Travel and Tour community.
Yeah,
from Jordan.
That does tours.
And he does tours. Yeah, I'm forgetting his name. Shame on me. But yeah, he does those tours. Was it Hassan?
I don't know.
I'm not sure, but yeah, and he has been posting some really incredible pictures.
Beautiful pictures.
Yeah. Let's see. Megan, our Minister of Drinks, completely going up in a roll. Not a great international beer scene, but they did have top shelf liquor and a good selection of Mexican beers.
Yes, that was all true.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah. And
you weren't going to go thirsty.
No, for sure. And if you like beer, guys, Mexico is certainly not a bad country.
Pretty good beer
country.
Lovers.
Yeah. I was very much enjoying my Modelo's there. Rafael found his dark beer there.
I think Modelo's taste like Stella's.
Yeah, in a way they do remind you of Stella Artois, and they're good. Megan says Jordan would be around a 10-hour flight from East Coast, no big deal. Okay.
See, I was right.
All right, that's actually not too bad then. Rafael's commenting, you'll remember his name is 7 years.
Yes.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. Yep. Yes. I won't deny that.
He'll be somewhere in a car and go,
no Guinness, not going, says Rafael. Oh, gee.
Oh, please.
Really? So you wouldn't go somewhere that has some really interesting dark beers, even though you haven't tried them, Rafael? Come on, you would need to try them.
He came on our trip. It was all of our
Anthony
trip.
Confirming what Megan said earlier, 10 to 10.5 to Jordan.
See,
that's better than I thought, for sure. Malcolm says 10-hour flights for Kiwis are like crossing the street.
To get anywhere, you gotta go 10 hours.
I bet. Yeah.
You know what? Your area of the world looks absolutely fantastic and gorgeous and breathtaking, Malcolm.
It does.
But it has to be difficult for somebody who basically has the wanderlust, the travel bug, to live there because it does take so long to get anywhere. Yeah. That has to be hard.
Yeah. Doug and Nikki are saying, yep, we flew business class on Turkish Airlines. Awesome.
Ooh, I bet.
Yeah, you know what? Those airlines, like Turkish Airlines, like Fly Emirates, and all those, they have an impeccable reputation.
They do.
They have, and if you look at their airplanes, if you haven't, you may want to Google that sometime. Google something like Fly Emirates aircraft, like first class if you can, or business class. You can't possibly believe what you're gonna see. These airplanes are a whole new level, guys. Rafael said that they had only one darkish beer. Oh, boo! Like you didn't enjoy the other beers you had, amigo. Malcolm asking Doug and Nikki, you would recommend Turkish Airlines. Doug and Nikki then, that they do an amazing job, amazing food and service, full video reviews on our channel. Okay, perfect.
Of course.
Perfect. Malcolm, then we get used to it. It is part of the price of living in paradise.
Yeah.
You know what, Malcolm? I think it's a really awesome thing that you are able to
look at
appreciate what's close to you. Not everyone has that capacity.
I'll tell you, I really learned to appreciate the area that I live in now, because that I grew up in this area, really. I mean, I live one town over from where I was born. But I never really appreciated it till I started seeing it through Neil's eyes.
Oh, it's beautiful here. It's absolutely gorgeous here.
Things that I looked at all the time, he's like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And I'm like, what? It's Pittsburgh. Or it's Greensburg, or Seven Springs, where I went since I was a child, which I do think is beautiful. But to see his family when they have come here and how they react to the area and how much they like our little city and how neat they think it is. And it's like, really, and that's why it's so important, I guess, to really look around at what you have close to you.
Absolutely.
And, your hometown is somebody else's travel destination.
Yeah, very true. Doug and Nikki, then we have fun suite class on Singapore Airlines. Crazy amazing. I can only imagine, guys. That must have been one fantastic experience for the two of you. Anthony Simone says you could look it on YouTube, the airlines. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Megan says Pittsburgh has been voted most livable city by several outlets in recent years. This is true. Yeah, I remember that too, Megan. And it really is a nice city. There's a lot to see, a lot to do.
Pittsburgh was voted a while back the friendliest city.
Yeah.
Because it's true. I mean, even out here in the suburbs, or even when you're in Pittsburgh, it's still very much a place where people say hi to you.
Let's see here. Here's an interesting comment from Doug and Nikki. Turkish has a reputation for having different food and service on the US to Turkey as opposed to Turkey to the US. Crazy, but totally true. Turkey to US was much better. Really?
Wow.
So, Doug and Nikki.
I wonder why.
Yeah, why do you think, what explains that? Doug and Nikki, then Singapore was a 30-hour flight. New York to Frankfurt to Singapore to Shanghai. Whoa.
Oh my God.
I would be totally out of it by the time that is done. I would probably split the trip in several days and just go sightseeing in place to place and basically sightsee as I go. So I travel to a place closer by, then I do some sightseeing there, then travel to the next place, do some sightseeing there. But to do 30 hours all at once, ooh.
Well, you know what, though? If you're in like the first class like they were, you can lay down and sleep.
Yeah, but that's kind of out of our league.
Well, I think on our next trip, I think we should go first class.
Oh, okay. And you just the last trip we do for the next 20 years. Oh, boy. Let's see.
We're going to go first class on Southwest.
Megan says food is typically the best when you fly out of a hub city. I never paid any attention to that, but I sure am going to start paying attention to that now. Malcolm says YouTube videos are good, but if you get a personal recommendation, it is the best recommendation you can get. It is true. Yeah, that is absolutely true. Rafael says that happens on all airlines. They fill up the planes on both sides, so different food.
Okay, so part of the food's coming from the States, and then other part of the food was coming from Turkey. So the part of the food that was coming from the States wasn't as good as the food that was coming from Turkey.
Okay, so, yeah. Well, yeah, then that would make sense. Yeah. Okay. Doug and Nikki says 30 hours of all you can eat, Dom Perignon, caviar, your own chef, the stewardesses tuck you into bed. Holy moly, Doug and Nikki. That, like I said, that must have been a lifetime experience.
Okay, that flight was better than most of our vacations.
Pretty much.
Well, we'll just turn around and go back after that 30 hours because we'll have enough.
That's crazy. Margaret says, I remember a trip to Puerto Vallarta. Once we purchased a case of Corona from the factory there for $6. And when we returned the bottles, they have us almost all of our money back.
Oh my God.
That is incredible. Wow. Nick and I are still mourning our canceled trip to Turkey from last March.
Yeah.
I bet you are, Megan. Yeah, Turkey is definitely a country that has a lot to offer as well. In fact, there is something on my bucket list in Turkey that I would like to do someday, which is the balloon, the hot air balloon trip over the Cappadocia area. Malcolm says flat baths are just wonderful. Yo, here's the thing, Malcolm. It would be worth a lot to me to fly a long distance flight while I can actually lay down. Because unless I can lay down, I can't sleep. No, it's just not happening. So particularly on a flight that Doug and Nikki were talking about, for instance, it takes 30 hours. Oh, if I cannot sleep at all, then that's going to be pretty rough.
I don't want to spend the rest of the trip with him.
No. And I wouldn't be able to blame her for that. No. Anthony says, I want to do first class and business. Yeah, who doesn't? Who doesn't? Anthony. Rafael's saying that he has flown first class to Spain. Now it's hard to fly anywhere else. Anyway, yeah, true. Very true. Yeah. Doc and Nikki say it was a once in a lifetime deal. Like I said, I can imagine. Malcolm says once you have flown business, you won't want to go back down to the back of the bus. Yeah. I know. But like I said, from here, it's always so ridiculously expensive. Yeah, it really is. Neil and I don't have the credit cards that you get like all the different points and stuff. No. We do one credit card, and we get our percentage back, and that's the way we do our finances. So, and to be honest with you, we're not big enough spenders to get like all these points for some of these things because we just don't spend that kind of money. No. But I mean, my gosh, we would love to try first class. Oh, believe me. Absolutely. It's not that we have anything against it. But it just, I mean, we're talking, I looked at it one time from here to the Netherlands round trip. It was like $7,000 a ticket, where I was paying $800 a ticket to be in the back of the bus. But that's just too big of a difference. So to put that in perspective, what you can do with $7,000, that's like, what, 2.5 times a resort trip for 10 days? For 10 days. We could go for 30 days to Mexico. Yeah, that's a little bit. Or more. Too much of a difference. Doug and Nicky are saying we just flew Qatar Airlines Cuse suites to and from India, and that is the best business class seat. Amazing. I bet. Yeah, I can imagine. That was the other airline. That the name escaped me, but yes, Qatar Airlines. Malcolm says that the wife is always worried that he will start snoring. That's funny. Let's see. Malcolm asking Doug and Nikki if they find Qatar better than Turkish Airlines. I'm curious to their answer to that as well. Rafael says, applying to CityCard, you get sometimes 100,000 points, and if both of you do it, you get 2 round trips on first class. Could be something to look into. Doug and Nikki, then to Malcolm, it's a mixed deal. Turkish staff food was much better. Qatar's plane seat is much better. Oh, okay. So isn't that always the way? You prioritize. Isn't that always the way? It's like, well, this was really great on this, and this was really great on this, and if I could just put them all together. Yeah. Nick is asking Malcolm or telling him that he gets in trouble for laughing. That is funny. All right, we are all caught up again. I think so. What do you think? One more question, or? Sure. Okay, we'll do one more question, and then we will be starting to wrap it up in here. Let's see. What else do we have? Okay. Yeah, this is a good one. How about the longest line? Oh, yeah, that's a good one. How long was the longest line you ever stood in for an attraction, and was it worth it? Yes, the longest line you've ever stood in. How long did that take? Yes, and it could be for whatever attraction you want, but longest line you stood in, how long did you wait, and was it worth the wait, this attraction? Yep. And while we wait for answers to that question to come in, I'm going to go over some more comments here. Sure. Let's see. Nick just says here, Megan will upgrade to first class and leave me in the lurch. That's great. Doug and Nikki, the Singapore flight would have been $48,000 a seat, but we flew 100% on points. They only have 2 seats a month available via points. Nikki did amazing wheeling and dealing job to get it done. Wow.
Wow.
That is quite the story there that you managed to pull that off. That is awesome. Rafael says, yeah, the cool things with credit cards is the sign-up bonus. You spend what you ask, then pay it off, and you have lots of points to travel. See, Rafael, we have...
You and Megan got to teach us this stuff. Yeah.
Well, what we do, we have just one credit card, and we use that for as many things as possible. It's the city double cashback, they call that. It gives you 1% cashback, cold hard cash that is really. On everything you buy, and then another 1% once you pay it off. There's no annual fee, so I don't need to worry about that. And it really works on many things, even on some utility bills. So it's a wonderful thing to have, and we do make a nice bit of cashback.
And we don't get any points.
No. Malcolm says, you got 12 minutes left of me before I go see Max. All right. Yeah, I'm sure you're excited, Malcolm. Megan says, if it is more than a 15-minute line, I am out.
I can see that, Megan.
Cannot blame you. Anthony Simone has more patience, though. He says 40 minutes, and it was very worth it.
What
it
was
was
it?
a roller coaster. Ah, you like that, huh? Now, see, 40 minutes. I think I'm with Megan here. If it is more than 15 minutes, then forget it.
No, you know what? We waited how long in line to go see the Crown Jewels?
Yeah, I suppose yeah.
Probably better than an hour.
I don't know about if it was an hour, but it was certainly past 15 minutes. Yeah, the Crown Jewels.
That was worth the wait.
But it was the Crown Jewels that definitely was worth it.
I was not going to
I
see
have
them.
never seen jewels like that in my whole life. That was incredible.
His mom was like, do you want to wait in this line? I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
I'll wait all day.
Crown Jewels in London. Eric says he has waited over 2 hours in line for a water slide at Schlitterbahn, and it wasn't worth it.
Oh my God! Oh. It's 2 hours you'll never get back. I know.
I can only imagine how you felt after that water slide then, Eric. Oh boy. Doug and Nikki also had an experience of their own. We were online for 2 hours for a Harry Potter ride. Our daughter was dying to go on. After 2 hours, the ride scared the crap out of her, and she cried through the whole thing.
Oh my God!
Wow, that is something.
That's a parent.
Yeah. That's wow. 2 hours. I can't imagine that. Nick says my friend's sister used to work at Universal Studios, so we got to skip all the lines. Ah!
Oh wow!
You got your connections. That is great. Let's see. Looks like under normal circumstances, though, Eric doesn't wait longer than 15 minutes, just like Megan. Anthony says, but now the limit I wait is 25 and under. Yeah, I don't blame you, Anthony. Malcolm says, I keep our one credit card at the lowest limit they will allow, then put it in credit to purchase flights, etc. Oh, okay. Yeah. And look who is in the house,
hey,
all the way
Joker.
from the United Kingdom, Mr. Joker UK Gaming. Welcome in, my friend. Glad to have you in here, all the way from England. That's great. Malcolm immediately noticing his arrival, the arrival of He Who Never Sleeps.
England has arrived!
So big shout out to you, Mr. Joker. Awesome to have you in here. What's going on? Do you have any plans for the weekend? Any games you're going to be trying out? Let us know.
Did you join our community on the Facebook?
Yeah, that's right,
because
Mr.
you know
Joker.
What? If you were joining it under your real name, I don't know what your real name is.
Yeah, let us know if you ever made it there.
Yeah.
Emily says here, definitely stayed up past my bedtime. Got to work tomorrow. Good night, everybody.
Good night,
hey, thank you so much for joining us, Emily. We really appreciate you, and we like your company here.
Yes.
So thank you so much. Rafael says, well, there was this one time I had to get up at 4 a.m. to go get in line for the passport office in Spain to renew my passport. The last day I was in Spain. Office opens. Oh, boy.
Okay.
Rafael, I hope you are aware that Spanish bureaucracy has a very, very notorious reputation in the international community. Oh, boy.
Because actually, Spain was one of the countries when we were doing Wheel of Countries that we did look at because Neil loves Spain so much.
Right.
And to be perfectly honest, we thought it might have been easier for me and Allison to learn Spanish than German or Dutch.
Ooh.
Easier. but the rules as far as immigrating to Spain were very different than the rest of Europe. It was more like, well, yeah, that's okay, but then you might have to go back and back. I mean, I was reading vlogs after vlog of people that would go back and forth to offices, and they'd say, come back Tuesday.
Yeah, really.
Oh, that person you need to talk to, they'll be in next Thursday. And this would go on like that for months. They didn't throw anybody out.
No.
But
it just keeps you in limbo.
Yeah.
So Rafael continuing his comment, office opens at 10, but you have to be in line for the people entering with no appointment. Oh, wow. Doug and Nikki, then we put everything we can on our Amex Platinum card. That card has the best travel perks.
Okay.
Okay. Amex Platinum. Okay. So let's see some conversation among our fellow travelers going on. Okay, not caught up there. Margaret also has experience. I waited in line for 3.5 hours to be one of the first to ride on the Indiana Jones adventure in Disneyland back in 1995.
It's Indiana Jones.
Holy moly, Margaret. 3.5 hours. That is extreme. That is like really, really, really extreme. Wow. Yeah, I don't think that was certainly not 3.5 hours for the crown jewels. No.
No, it wasn't anywhere near
And if
that.
it was, then we would probably have tried to come back another day.
I've waited in lines, long lines for roller coasters.
Really?
I have over the years, yeah. Even in Pittsburgh, at Kennywood, it's a pretty big park. I mean, it's a pretty well-known park.
Yeah.
And we've had some new roller coasters there, and I've waited in some pretty long lines for those coasters. I waited in, like I said, for the crown jewels. I remember that line was pretty extensive.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's any other ones that really stand out. Anything for you?
I didn't think of anything.
What about with immigration or anything? Like when you were coming here? Was there anything that you needed to do? Like,
no, remember, because that was like the easiest thing ever.
Okay.
Because I was
But
the
what
last
about
one of
beforehand?
that officer shift.
Well, what about when you went to renew your passport in DC? How did that go?
No, that was like hardly any line. No,
Oh.
that was. I waited, I think, maybe 15, 20 minutes, and it was all good. No, that was not so bad of an experience. Good. Well, that was a spectacular live stream.
It was. It was great.
Awesome. Yeah, we're going to be wrapping it up here, guys. As a reminder, what have we going on here soon? Well, tomorrow at 1
Please
p.m.
join us.
We have our premiere. It's going to be the video of the rooms we stayed in at our all-inclusive in Mexico. Yes, rooms, because there were 2, and they were different rooms.
Yeah.
So hopefully we will see you tomorrow again at 1 p.m. EST for that premiere. In the next upcoming weeks, we have a lot more coming out about our trip to Mexico together with Megan and Nick and Rafael and Amanda.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out on that, also on Visos Travel. So because Rafael and Amanda are also making their videos about that trip. We both have a playlist about all the videos we make about it. Keep an eye out. What else? Oh yeah, if you have not done so yet, please hit the thumbs up for us for this live stream. We would really appreciate that. I do believe all of you are fellow travelers already. So thank you so much for being a fellow traveler and spending the time with us here. Always, always fun. So what else do we have?
I don't know. I think we have some comments.
You have some comments? Okay, we'll go over a few more comments then.
There's a lot.
Nick is saying, I waited in line for 4 hours to get a Nintendo Wii back when it was a hot item. They ran out at the person in front of me. No way.
Oh my God.
For real? That is terrible.
That would have been like the worst thing ever. Yeah,
that is absolutely terrible. Rafael says they had separate rooms. Neil could not stand Kim snoring. That's funny, Rafael. That's funny. Anthony is wishing us good night. Good night, Anthony. Thanks so much for joining us. Megan says, wait, I thought you guys camped versus staying in rooms. Camped, all right. Yeah, right next to the pool. I am joking, FYI. Really, Rafael? I would not have been able to tell. Doug and Nick is saying, Neil camped next to the pool. Kim stayed in the room. See? There you go. That's how that works.
You know what? I do have a question.
All right.
to my fellow travelers.
All right.
On our last trip to Mexico, one of the things that that happened was I got bit up by mosquitoes so bad. It didn't matter what kind of DEET that I used or what kind of stuff I put on, I got bit.
Yeah.
I have heard about these insect repellent scarves you can wear, and clothing. And I wanted to know if anybody else has tried it and if they worked or they had any success with these products, because the spraying it on me simply isn't working. So I got to find something. I got to find an alternative, because getting as bit up as I get bit up is not going to work. So anybody tried any of these insect repellent clothings?
Yeah.
Or heard of them?
Yeah, please let us know, because Kimberly really got bitten up by those little
mosquitoes.
Buggers.
Oh my God. They just loved me. I was their favorite meal.
Yep. Let's see here. Megan to Doug and Nikki that I would have been happy camping on the beach. Oh, I would have been all about that, Megan. Nick is saying the wee thing actually happened twice, but the third time I got the last wee. Well,
oh Nick, my God, God love you.
We will just say that the third time is a charm. Oh no, for sure. Margaret says, I put everything I can on my Marriott Rewards Platinum Visa and Southwest Rewards Visa. When I am finally able to travel, it will be free.
There you go.
That is great. That is great. Rafael says, oh my gosh, now you will wear more clothing on top of the sun shirt?
Yes.
Apparently. Doug and Nicky say, we got the insect repellent clothing for our trip to the Amazons. It works great, but it needs to be long sleeves and pants. Okay.
Okay.
That's good information.
Like I said, there's these scarves, and they say even if you just wear the scarf, it repels them. So that's what I was curious about.
Yeah.
And Catherine Zeta-Jones swears by it.
Rafael says, yeah, I flew for free to Mexico because of points. Nice. Doug and Nikki saying, anyone who wants to laugh their butts off, search YouTube for We Fail videos. They're hysterical.
Oh my boy. God.
Oh boy, that sounds funny. All right, we're all caught up again. So we're going to be wrapping it up, and this time for real. So we want, first of all, to thank all of our moderators tonight for joining us here in the Night Owl edition of the International Travelers Hangout. Thank you so much for doing what you do to ensure that our live stream runs smooth.
We appreciate it.
Of course, a big thank you to everyone else who joined us tonight, all our fellow travelers. We always enjoy spending this time with you guys. So thanks so much for coming. And until next time, I'm Neil.
I'm Kimberly.
And this is
To Travel and Tour TV. Bye.
Bye.